Well, hello, midday baseball fans. See if we got anybody. Wait around a bit for anybody to go live, but just thought I'd test out a file. Got my some MLB greats put together on a roster, and I put some of the Negro League greats on a roster, and gonna do a test game just to kind of test out how my player creation has worked so far. I've run one auto sim. And interestingly enough, the in an auto sim, the Negro League greats beat the MLB greats 4-2. It looked like a really good game. Everything looked like it played well. So I'm going to do some testing here. Got some time here during my lunch break to do some testing. Thought I'd come on. We've got one person in here. Oh my gosh, forever remain 90. First time anybody's ever beat Robbie Wartburg into a room. So awesome. I'm not sure if people see when I go live, or I sometimes I don't get notifications when others go live, but I think I have that set on, so hopefully it works. But welcome. I'm just gonna give it a few minutes to see who wants to show up because I'm gonna run a test game today. We're gonna have a Negro League Greats team, which I have assembled right here. I've got like 25 players on a team. Um, Probably gonna pitch Satchel because I want to test him out again. And I put a Major League Greats team together with some Major League Greats from that same 1900-ish to 1940-ish time period. So it should be fun. Should be fun. And again, I ran a Forever Remain 90. I ran a test when I got the file put together and got the teams assembled, set some lineups so I could come on and do a game and kind of have that already done. And I ran Christy Mathewson up against Satchel Paige, and Negro League won that game 4-2. Didn't play any of it, just did an autoplay. Just kind of wanted to see how things would look real quick and make sure it was set up. But I thought, hey, why not test it live for anybody that'd be interested? So may just be you and I. Who knows? I'll give it a couple minutes, see if anybody else happens to wander in. But that's my goal today. A little testing. Hey, Arnold. Arnold made it. So, Arnold, I'm just giving it a few minutes. I'm going to run a test game today, the Negro League greats against the Major League greats. I'm excited for this. I'm going to run at Major League at home because I've got their park set to this polo ground, and I want to try out this polo ground image I have. And then I created a team here for the Negro Leagues, and I could do another game later, and I've got them set to Forbes Field. But looking forward to this. Oh, cool. Yeah, watching Ron Jucket's, he's doing that 2001 season. What's nice about whenever he goes live on Twitch, I do get a notification on that, like in my email. It'll pop up. So, and hey, Robbie, welcome. So we got four of us hanging out here at least, but I can show off some of the what I've been doing is taking my greats that I completed for the major league and putting them over onto rosters uh, for the team they played the most with, and I just made a copy and brought them all over and then maneuvered them around where you can move them between teams. And I've just created this kind of a dead team I don't need. But here's the MLB greats. You can see I've got a pretty good loaded team. This is the lineup I'll be going with. I think versus a right-hand pitcher that I saved. Oh, hold on. Load, not save, Steve. Here's the lineup I'm going to be going with. Hey, midlife's like, let's go. This is what we're going to do. This will be the lineup that I'm running. I turned DH on just because I'm like, hey, these teams are loaded. Let's run a DH at a couple, Hall of Fame pitchers. I'm going to run Satchel Paige because I want to see him now that I've tweaked some stats. Um, I've got the era set so it will average the batter pitcher um, matchup, and we'll see how that plays out. But you can see a pretty good team here. I put Cobb in the DH spot because, as you can see over here, although he can play right, the Joe Jackson I'm using, I might want to revisit this and try to get him into left field because the seasons I'm using, he's only played center or right. But it'd be nice if you could move Jackson to left and then put Cobb in right and Speaker in center. But either way, I needed a DH. And that leaves room for Ted Williams to play left field. And we can take a look at OPS here. Look at that. A 502 on base, the Ted Williams years here. Honus Wagner at short, Pie Trainer at third, couple Pittsburgh people there. Cool. Midlife says he'll be checking in and out, no problem at all. MV's here. Hello, MV. And yeah, and so there's some people not starting. I decided to put Frankie Frisch in. I kind of like him, but that puts another second baseman on the bench. I've got Lajoie right here, a 384 hitter. But that's the team that'll be going here, and then I'll show you the NLB greats I have. Their lineup saved, and they're going to both go against right-handers here. And you can, hey, MV, you're going to be glad. Bingo DeMoss, even though Newt Allen here is really a great option, a much better hitter and still a 9 rating. I got Bingo DeMoss in there at second base. We got, look at this. When you got Oscar Charleston or Cool Papa Bell in center and all these others, that means Cool Papa Bell is going to DH today and lead off, and Charleston will be in the third spot. Pop Lloyd's in there at short, Josh Gibson, Buck Leonard, Turkey Stearns, Cristobal Toriente playing left field, Judy Johnson at third. So I'm about ready for this. So let's kick this thing off. I guess we got some more people coming in. Bingo is a gem. MV says, yeah, you can't have everybody over 300 when you've got a Gold Glove 10 at second base. I think he's the spiritual leader of the team for sure. So let's do this. Let's set up that exhibition. I'm going to try out this ballpark here. See how, just kind of set some colors. Wasn't really messing around too exciting with the color scheme and so on. I'm going to take I'll let the computer control the MLB grades. I think I got everything the way I want it. And I know I can load these. Well, let's grab a pitcher. I want to pitch Satchel Paige for sure. The opponents wanted to do Christy Mathewson, but I was going to try somebody else. Who was I going to pitch? Oh, it was Bob Feller. Right? Two players that played on the same team with each other and did some barnstorming together. And let's load versus right. Catcher, put in inactive. Oh, don't tell me. I know what happened here. What a goof. Okay. Yeah, my lineup's not complete because I got to put a catcher. I got to put anybody in to play catcher now because here's what I did, something ridiculous. Okay. Yeah.
Play ball.
Getting all excited to play that game. Let's back out of it, and I'll show you exactly what I did. I probably got, because I've got like 26 or 28 teams on here. I probably need to go over here to general. Oh, yeah, rosters. No limit. Thank you. Now let's go. MLB greats. Always something to screw around with and hopefully learn through here. Yeah, let's keep it on till I can get the lineup set. Then I'll switch one over to. We're going to view opponent, and we're going to pick Bob Feller. Going to load lineup versus right. There we go. View opponent, load versus right. Got it. Now we're ready to go. There we go. Ooh, looks like we got a little sprinkle out here. So, hey, welcome to Polo Grounds 5. Today, I'm trying this test game out with the Negro League file I've got, the MLB file. This is what I've been waiting for, to kind of play the two against each other. I've done some tweaking with both, and I ran one autoplay earlier. Negro League team, Satchel Paige beat Christy Mathewson 4-2. And now I'm going to have some fun and play along with this. I think I've got the pictures all good, ready to roll for these players. I'm wanting to try out this Polo Grounds photo they have, see if I like it. And we'll just play along from here. And yeah, I'm definitely no Beatles calling play-by-play here, but we'll have some fun with it. So I can go up here now and change my preferences to let the computer take the MLB greats, and let's see what we can do. And I will be watching this outcome box to see if I see any anomalies or anything looks different. This photo looks great. Yeah, thanks for every minute. I don't know if you mean the players or the I do like this Polo Grounds. I can't remember where I got it. I might have clipped it a little bit to position it, but I thought, hey, let's try out one of these Polo Grounds for a game. No, we got a fly ball to center. Tris Speaker under it, got one away. See what we're looking at. Feller. Yeah, Feller, I'm seeing like 26%. We'll see what Josh Gibson and Turkey Stern, some of the big hitters, have as far as a K ratio. Feller's pretty much a strikeout pitcher. Pop Lloyd, foul ball down first base. It might be forever. I think it was the 2010 or 14 versions of many people on the sports forums, or what is it, Operation Sports, OOTP. They used to provide a lot of these. I downloaded as many as I could get my hands on back in the day, and some of these are from, like, I think the 2010 MLB The Show, maybe 2014. But I'm always looking for new ones. Hello, Tape Saturator. Welcome to my test game here between the Negro League greats and the MLB greats. I've been dying to get a game going here. So Pop Lloyd up. I know he's a favorite of Beatles. And we get the first strikeout. So Feller with the strikeout. Now we got Charleston, more of a power hitter, and we're seeing like a 30% strikeout chance. And we get the strikeout. So there's struck out 2 in the first inning. Page coming up. We got Ty Cobb playing DH. Yes, I know some of you purists hate it, but in this file, I'm going to play around and test the pitchers out a little bit and face an extra good hitter. So Cobb today, because of an outfield with Joe Jackson and Tris Speaker and Ted Williams, is going to be DH and leading off. Got a ground ball, and look, there's a MV, like he tells me, you want DeMoss on the field right away. Makes an easy out. Got one away. There's Tris Speaker headed out to right. Right field's pretty short. Let's take a look at that measurement. I think right down the actual line is 258. You got to be kidding me. Look at that. Definitely great for a left-handed pull hitter like Ted Williams, who's going to get some at-bats today. There's Joe Jackson again. Sends this one out to right field. Turkey Stearns makes the catch. We got 2 away. Or we got 3 away. So, again, no hits through 1. See how this works out. Josh Gibson, strikeout by Feller. Buck Leonard up, and he sends one out to right field. Joe Jackson makes an easy catch. Now we got Turkey Stern, so a lot of power here. But I'm seeing things, even with the high strikeout pitcher here, where I'm not seeing those crazy 60s, and then, my gosh, what was it? 104, some weird thing where it was giving us more than 100% chance at a strikeout based on certain base situations. So hopefully I've got this calibrated a little bit better. Little bouncer back to Feller, makes the play over. It's Stearns. No hits yet in this game. We got the splendid Splinter stepping up, Ted Williams. And let's see, versus righties. He's batting .371. See what happens here. He's a dead pull hitter. Ooh, Page gets the strikeout on Williams. So if I look at Williams' card, if I remember, he's carded to be a dead pull. And when I'm thinking a lefty dead pull, I look at this, 258 down the line at the Polo Grounds. Man. Ken Castro, what's up, man? How you doing? Just testing out a lot of things here, Ken. I've told people, testing out the Negro League Great File on an all-star team against an MLB all-star team. And I'm also testing out this photo. I don't think I've used it before, of the Polo Grounds. So just having some fun here. Thought I'd go live during my lunch and show the game. I'm controlling the Negro League players. I've got the computer running AI on the major league rate. So we got Bill Terry stepping up now, who's batting in the 5th spot. Another lefty fouls it back. Got a grounder to Pop Lloyd. That's a good infield, huh, MV? DeMoss at 10 and Lloyd at 10 right up the middle, and you got Charleston at 10 behind him. So pretty strong up the middle defense-wise, and you've got Page on the mound. So yeah, the Cubs to Bears, welcome. Look at dead center is showing back here. That backwards piece right here is 505. And these numbers, when you put your markers up, maybe show this out to people. When you do your park layout and you set the numbers, right in between your two markers is where it will display this information. Right here. So, oh, it's not showing it. This is showing me the park factors for what we're playing in here. No wonder left-handed hitters in polo get a 150% bump, because if you can dead pull it at 258, it's nothing to hit it out of here. But what'll happen is, if you look at your ballpark data, it'll also have like your the distance to all the left field, left center, and all that stuff. So based on the year of the park. So 505 dead center. Perfect defense, yes. Pitch to Honus Wagner up, and we get another strikeout. So some strikeouts for both sides going. No hits yet. 2 complete innings going to the top of the 3rd now, and we have Cristobal Toriente stepping in there, who is, I've got him playing left field today, 370 batter. And he walks. So we got a base runner. See how this works for me. See what I want to do against Feller. He does not. Feller's hold rating, if I can remember, is probably, let's take a look at him. His hold is a 2, so doesn't have a great move over there. Judy Johnson, hit and run 6. I'm going to do a little hit and run action. Oh, got the runner moving, fly out. Looks like Speaker's got it. Toriente's back to first, 1 away. Mingo DeMoss. Little grounder to first. They're going to go for 2 and not be able to turn it. So they could get the lead runner at second. DeMoss safe on the fielder's choice. So now we got Cool Papa Bell back at the top of the order. And again, I'm using the DH just to have some fun today with these lineups. So that means Cool Papa's DH in the leadoff spot, because I got Charleston, that Gold Glove range out there in center. Ooh, the throw over to keep DeMoss close. He's a 9 on the base pass. So just like MV saying he loves this guy, but he's great speed on the base pass, great glove, and I think he is the inspirational batter. So the Cubs to Bears saying Joe Adcock and Lou Brock, of all people, may have been the only ones to hit one dead center. Yeah, look at 505. I mean, it's long here. And then when you've got this little piece right here, definitely a challenge. Cool Papa with it. He sends this one out to deep center. Real deep center. Backing up. Man, that was a deep ball. Gets the out. So here we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Still no runs, no hits. What a pitching duel here with Bob Feller and Satchel Paige. By Trainer to DeMoss. Makes an easy play. 1 away. Again, with this team, I decided to start Frankie Frisch. I also have Lajoie on the bench, so some deep benches for these teams. Maybe I'll get some players rotated in. Frisch looks like it's going to get the first hit of the game going opposite field, and he's going to stretch it into an extra base. So he's in the second safely. And we got the first hit of the game. So now I've got a runner to worry about on second. Gabby Hartnett playing catcher today. Here's the pitch, and he walks. Headed to the back to the top of the order for the home team here, the MLB greats, and Ty Cobb coming up to the plate. And we've got a fly ball going out to right field. Looks like Turkey Stearns is staying right where he's at. Makes an easy catch for the second out. Tags up, Frisch does, with no throw. Runners on the corners, 2 out. Tris Speaker up. And we get a walk. So we have a little drama here. Bases loaded, 2 out. Nowhere to put the runner, and we've got Shoeless Joe. So it's pitcher versus batter right here, and it's interesting. We can take a look at this outcome box and see the chance of 1-run scoring, or see what we get here. Come on, Page. We've got a dribbler. Pop Lloyd's over. He's got it and makes the throw. Hey, blessed to have a nice defense behind Page. So Bob Feller on the mound. Pop Lloyd's up, fouls it back. Out of play. Now he's hit one. That looks like it's well hit. Out to deep right field, and, well, plenty of room. Jackson makes the catch. A lot of room out there in the outfield. Oscar Charleston up. And he strikes out. So we got 2 down. Josh Gibson up now, and he struck out in the 2nd inning. First at bat. Got a ground ball to Pie Trainer at 3rd. Over. Is it in time? And it's not. Josh Gibson, of all people, beats out that ground ball, and now we've got a runner with 2 down here. And we've got Buck Leonard at the plate. We've got a hard hit ball out into right center. Looks like it's going to be extra bases. Gibson may score. He does. Here's the throw, and we've got the throw into 3rd, and Buck Leonard is safe with a triple. So how about that? I've got my NLB Grays against the MLB Stars, and I'm on the board first. Turkey Stern's up, so happy about that. And there's the strikeout. So we get that 1 run, take the lead, and go into the bottom of the 4th. Ted Williams leading things off for the MLB team. Nice pop-up. Yeah, I'm still worried that Williams is going to dead pull one down that 258-foot line. Nice catch. Got 1 away. So we can take a look at some of the percentages. Bill Terry, another lefty with power, but, really only a 4.4 chance. Again, the settings I'm using are averaging the batter and pitcher eras, right? So Page, we look at Page, I think it's probably 1928 maybe, or 1932 or 4, somewhere around that is his era. National League, because I've converted all the Negro League players over with the Major League Equipment Leagues to assign them to a National League equivalent of the year. And Bill Terry's probably 29 or, I don't know, 1931-ish. So probably similar eras that are being compared here. And we get Page with an important strikeout there. And now we're facing Wagner with 2 out. And he walks in. Wagner on first. That's Page. Page is a 6 hold, his average hold. Not worried about the runner. Let's just get the batter. And now I'm a little bit more worried about the batter coming up because we got 2 on. Frankie Frisch. I like my chances here. Oh, looks like a ground ball. Pop Lloyd's got it. Makes the quick toss to DeMoss at 2nd, and they're out of the inning. So Page worked himself out of a jam there, right? Played 4. We have got a 1-0 lead for the NLB greats, and Cristobal Torriente stepping up. Got a high fly ball out to right field. Been a lot of balls out to right field. Shoeless Joe makes the catch. 1 away. Third baseman Judy Johnson up. He flied to deep left center. And he puts this one down the line, right field, and it stays in. Joe Jackson makes the catch. 2 away. Now we've got Bingo DeMoss up. Lines one right straight to the first baseman, Terry, and the inning is over. Again, nothing across. After 4.5, we've still got that great 1-0 lead. Pitch to Hartnett, and we've got a strikeout. I'm trying to figure out how many strikeouts Page has. Let's see right here. I guess it shows me No, it doesn't. Oh, right here. 4. Ty Cobb up. He's got a ground ball. Pop Lloyd's over there. Already made some great plays. Pop Lloyd has. Makes another one. Throws across. Gets Cobb in time, and we've got 2 out. Tris Speaker up. Got a ground ball right to Leonard at first. He takes it himself, steps on the bag. Just like that, 1, 2, 3, the inning's over. So not a lot of offense so far. A 1-run game. Cool Papa up to the plate. Ground ball to Pie Trainer. Throws across the diamond. Looks like it's in time. Nails him for the out. Next up, Pop Lloyd. He's struck out and flown out. Hits it right back up the middle. Frisch has got it. Quick throw over to Terry. In time. We've got 2 away. And here comes some power for us right here. I'm looking at 10% home run opportunity, a left hand. I'd like to see one pull. I'm just dying to see a ball go right in this area here. Oh! And Feller gets him swinging. So we're now going to the bottom of the 6th. Still 1-0 for the MLB Grays. It's a pitch to Joe Jackson. Sends one out to center. Oscar Charleston makes an easy catch. 1 away. We got Ted Williams up. This is the one that I think would be a... let's pull his card up here. I think, yeah, he's a fly ball plus and dead when it comes to pull. Like so. They used to shift on him quite a bit, so a little worried here. Maybe I'll pitch around him. Yeah, and the pitch around means don't give him anything good and put him on base. So got a base runner for Bill Terry here. Oh, we've got a mound visit. Gibson doesn't like something. And we've got a ball that's looped out into right field for a hit. Now Terry's on. Williams is going to stop at second. And bringing up batting 6th in the lineup today, Honus Wagner playing short. He struck out and walked. And it looks like we've got a pass ball or wild pitch. I don't know what the ruling is on that. It's a wild pitch. Yeah. I want to set up a double play here. I'm going to walk Wagner and take my chances with Trainer here. And we get a ball. Oh, now we've moved into pitch mode. Fly ball out to right field. Turkey Stearns is under it. Going to make the catch. Will there be a throw? Looks like Williams is tagging and no throw. Game is tied now on that sacrifice fly out to right field. Frankie Frisch up with man on first and second. And we've got a ball outside. Another ball. Ah, strike finally. 2-1. Got a ground ball back up the middle. DeMoss with great range gets it, makes an easy play over to Leonard, and we're out of the inning. So as we get through 6 complete, we now have a 1-1 tie ball game. Gibson up. Oh, we've got a hard hit ball to left. And I think that one is gone. So 280 down that left field line, and Josh Gibson has just taken that and put the Grays ahead with a solo shot, 323 feet. Not that far, but definitely far enough here in the Polo Grounds. Buck Leonard strikes out. Now we've got 1 away. Got Turkey Stearns coming up, more power. He's a 9% chance, 9.5. Another lefty. And he walks. So now, got a runner on. Turkey Stearns with good speed over there. Torriente's up. Dying to do a hit and run, and it looks like we've got it working. So ground ball to Trainer. He's going to get the out at first, but we get that Lead runner over to second base, so with 2 out, runner in scoring position, Judy Johnson stepping to the plate. Let me see what I got on the bench here, if I got anything better than 16.9%. Versus Feller. I don't really have any left-handed hitters to go. There are a lot of switch hitters on this. I've got George Carr. What the heck? Let's get somebody some playing time. I'm going to bring George Carr in. I think he can play third for me. Let's see what can happen here. He walks him. Walked him, and he's going for Bingo DeMoss, and I'm in pitch-by-pitch mode. I don't dare take Bingo out of the game because MV's going to be angry with me. 2-0 count. You know what? I got a 3-0 count. I'm just going to take this pitch. And it works out. So we've walked him loaded. Got Feller in a little bit of a jam here. We've got a 2-1 lead. I got Cool Papa stepping up. And we take ball 1. 1-1. What's cool is in pitch-by-pitch mode, you can see because of the situation and count, we'll start changing a lot of these numbers over here. Cool. Oh, I thought it was going to hit him. 3-1. Got the green light. Oh, fouls it back. So now we got a full count. It's interesting to see. Hey, Big Clue. Welcome, welcome. Playing a little test game here with my Major League greats and Negro League greats. I'm controlling the Negro League greats. I'm up 2-1. I'm enjoying that. Got a tense situation here with bases loaded. Cool Papa. Full count. Oh, and Feller gets that important strikeout as we go into the 7th inning stretch here with a 2-1 Grays lead. I get to replace Judy Johnson. I put Tank Carr in there to play for me. Let's see who I've got to bring over here. We'll let Tank Carr stay in and play third. Yeah. Big clue, he's not on this team. What I did is took all the players. I just put like 25 or so on a team. I didn't bring Judd onto this. Same thing with the MLB players. I just kind of quickly put some teams together this morning so I could just do a test game. So Judd Wilson, who's a great batter, by the way, isn't an option for me today. So here's Page on the day. Doing pretty good. Here's this. Ooh, right back up the middle. Oh, that was a line drive hard hit shot by Hartnett right to Charleston for the first out. Ty Cobb coming up. He hasn't done anything today. He's grounded out twice and flown out to very deep right field. And here's the pitch. And Page gets Cobb. Caught him looking. Big clue, thanks. Yeah, I'm testing out also how things look. The player cards on the field, how big to do these. I kind of like this look, and I don't think I'd done much with this image I had at Polo Grounds, so I'm kind of testing that out along with the game. I'm liking how things look here. I've got a few other options for the Polo Grounds too. So 2 out, speaker up, and looks like he gets a 2-out single out into left field, so we've got a man aboard. Joe Jackson coming up. I'm noticing Page is throwing a lot of pitches. High pitch count for the 7th inning here, but oh no, here we go. We have a rain delay that wasn't caused by me and my runtime errors. It's a real rain delay. Check your pitchers. So Page is red. That's a warning. I don't think I want to mess with this. Let's go in here and figure out who I can bring in now. I've got a couple lefties in Nip Winters, and I've got a lot of lefties in this lineup. The big hitters in this lineup right here. The first 5. Maybe a lefty will do me good. I think I'm going to come in here to bring... He will be given time to warm up. Thank you. sure hope I don't have the warm-up bullpen rule on. That's a great rule if you're playing head-to-head in leagues and that, but it's a pain if you've accidentally turned that on and you go to replace it and they want a batter or two to warm up. So Nip Winter's coming in after the rain delay. Got my fingers crossed. And hey, how about that? Gets a strike to Shoeless Joe. And I do have it in pitch mode in these later innings with runners on and a certain score, right? If it's within 2 or 3 and after the 6th inning is what I've set it to, just to kind of go into pitch by pitch mode. Get a ball, 1-1 count. Another ball. Ooh, looks like this one's hit out to Charleston in center. Will it stay in? That's a lot of room out in center. He makes the catch. And we are now through 7 complete. Looks like the computer manager's got a decision to make. Feller is red, but hey, I'm not managing him. And we get a ball pulled straight into that short right field, 258 down the line, and Pop Lloyd sends that one and rockets it in for a 3-1 lead. And the computer manager still got Feller in. So here's what I'm going to do. If I'm playing a game and I'm like, I'd get him out of there, here's what I'm going to do. I go up to options, just change it back, and I'll make them human for a minute, and I'll go in and sub him because for whatever reason, they want to stick with Feller. So who would they have to bring in? Let's see who they've got on there. You know what? Let's bring in Eperixi in relief. I can just go back up and change them back to computer. It's that easy if you don't like what the computer is doing. And let's see what Charleston can do. Ground ball down to Bill Terry at first. He gets it. Steps on the bag. We got one away. Josh Gibson, he struck out, singled, and smashed that home run down the left field line in the 7th inning. And we got another one hit out left field. Ted Williams going back, and we just have off the wall. It stayed in. Gibson will trot into second. Nice. Buck Leonard up. Gets a walk. So interestingly, the computer is going to walk him to set up this matchup against Turkey Stearns. Stearns strikes, takes first pitch for a strike. 1-1 count. Ooh, looks like it's going to be just out of reach. So we got a 1-ball, 2-strike count to Stearns. Make that 2-2. Full count. And lefty on lefty, still happy to draw walks. Looks like I've loaded the bases up. I've got Cristobal Torriente up, 1 out. Got a ball hit hard out to deep center field. Deep center field. Speaker backs up, makes the catch, no throw in time to get the run, and now we've got a 4-1 lead on that sac fly, and Tank Carr stepping up. Got another hit, past Wagner, out to Williams in left field. Buck Leonard's coming around. 98% chance I'm going to send him. Doubt there's a throw, and now we've piled on, so now we've got a 5-1 lead. Got a ground ball. Frankie Frisch probably going to easy play out of this over to Terry. Gets them out of the inning, but not after. 3 runs on 3 hits were scored. And now after 7.5, my NLB grades are up 5-1. Got Nip Winters in to see if he can hold this down. Big clue. Talking about old Bob Feller and yeah, some of his thoughts. Same with Joe Morgan and Reds fan, but hard for me to that whole roll against him. Yeah. Frankie Frisch. So I got Ted Williams coming up. So let's see if my putting in Winters as a lefty against some of these lefties in this lineup works out. Looks like Williams sends this one out to center field. Oscar Charleston makes the grab, one away. Bill Terry sends this one out to opposite field, and Torriente looks like he's going to make an oh, no, he's not. He just stood there. It looked like he stood there and watched it bounce right over his head off the wall, and Bill Terry's in at second with a double. Honus Wagner up at the plate, and he draws a walk. Now, starting to worry a little bit here. Winters is going to face some righties here. And we've now walked the bases loaded. Winters in, one away here. Frankie Frisch up. Yeah, let's hope we can get a ground ball double play. And we've got a fly ball out to left field. Looks like Torriente's going to grab it. Will there be a throw? Looks like Terry's tagging up. No throw in. And we've now got a 5-2 game. See if we can get out of this inning here. Pitch to Hartnett. Oh, Hartnett takes a strike. He takes 2 strikes. So I'm going to come aggressive with this. You know, sometimes I'll play around with whether I don't want to give it something. To me, when you're ahead like that, let's come aggressive. And he hits it. Looks like DeMoss has got it over to first. MV's favorite player, Bingo DeMoss, holding down second, gets the star or the Grays out of that inning. So after 8 complete, we've got a 5-2 game. Top of the 9th. Here's Cool Papa Bell. Sends this one out to deep right field, way back. And it looks like Jackson makes the catch. One away. Pop Lloyd hit a home run, hit a rope out to right field, that short right field. Look, 272 feet, he hit it on a rope. It's plenty to get out of that, out of the ballpark here. So Pop Lloyd up, sends another one out to right field. Jackson's had a lot of work out there. Makes the catch. 2 away. Oscar Charleston up, draws a walk. Get a base runner on here. Josh Gibson's had a big day. He's had a single, a homer, a double, 3 for 4. Takes ball 1. Got a foul ball. The drama here on a high pop-up. I'm going to guess this gets out of... Yep, gets it out. So we got strike. Oh, deep fly ball going back to left field. Gibson hoping for, Williams is there, makes the catch, ends the inning. So now going to the bottom of the 9th with the 5-2 lead. Got Nip Winters right where I want him. Going to face a string of 5 lefties in a row. Be interesting to see if the computer managers subs for any of these players. It'd be hard to sub for some of these Hall of Fame bats, but hey, let's see. Cobb looks like he sends this one out to deep center field. Oscar Charleston going back and makes the catch. Look at that. That's a long fly ball. Would have been way gone in most parks. Tris Speaker up, 2 out. He makes connection right here, right out to Stearns, who's waiting for it. The last chance for the MLB greats is Joe Jackson, and here's the pitch. Got this one right back up the middle, and past DeMoss, and Charleston catches that one, and the game is over. 5-2 win. For those of you that are just joining now, I threw these teams together to test the Major League greats against the Negro League greats this morning. I ran a quick sim where Page, with these same lineups, Page went against Mathewson, and Page beat Mathewson 4-2. Just did a quick computer sim just to see if everything looked good before this. So that's Negro Leagues are up 2-0 in the series so far. So Ken saw Bob Filler pitch it. Oh boy, it's good stuff. Let's take a look at the line here. Pitchers didn't give up that many hits, right? It just look at Gibson. Gibson was the one that really poured them on when they counted, helped out. Charleston struck out 3 times, didn't do a whole lot, but Gibson had a big day, and Pop Lloyd knocked one out. So Gibson took advantage of the short down the line dimensions of the Polo Grounds. Winters came in, did a great job, got the save. That lefty substitution after the rain delay helped. Feller struck out 8 on the day, went 7. See the recap right here. A lot of walks out there. Yeah, there was. And you think about this, Clinton. I think we've got their era. Uh, we've got the ballpark set to, I think it's 19. We're playing in 1940 Polo Grounds, but in the era, the average the pitchers are both in the era. In fact, let me pull it up and I can tell you exactly what era they were assigned to. And I've got the league set to average the batter and pitcher, whatever their matchup is. I haven't set it to a specific year. So if I'm looking over here at who would he pitch? Page. So Page is going to be, he's had all his stuff funneled into a 1932 era and NL, and then you've got Bob Feller over here taking a look at him. I've got so many tabs open. Bob Feller is assigned to 1941. So yeah, if we looked at those years, in fact, I can look at those years. I think I got my eras up. Take a peek here and see what we've got. Oh, there it is right here. So we go 1941 AL or 1941 AL. Yeah, you're going to see 1941 AL. You're going to see 109 walks for every 1,000 at bat. You're going to see a hair more walks than strikeouts on average. And then if we go to 32 NL, you're going to see average walks just a hair below, or not, 10 points below. Oh, I'm sorry, 18 points below, 17 points below that. So yeah, plenty of walks, definitely. So looking at miscellaneous, right? Yeah, Josh Gibson, definitely the MVP here, the game-winning RBI. Some of the highlights from the game, Honus Wagner 0 for 1, but hey, he was on base 3 times, but they couldn't really make anything out of that. Pop Lloyd hit that solo homer. Josh Gibson went deep. It's a fun game. Clinton says he likes the look of the ballpark. Thanks. Yeah, I was testing that one out. Trying to think which other ones I had for check park layouts. I can see the ones I have for Polo Grounds. Yeah, I always like doing this when I'm got so many. Again, I got to go through and clean this up, get rid of the ones I know I'm not going to use, right? I have a lot of these. It's one that's very similar that I haven't set up. Got one that's like an actual photo. But sometimes I don't really care for it unless I can get the markers, if they've got the actual line where it hits the wall out, I don't really care much for those unless it's a really good picture. Here's another one. I think this is probably, you guys would know, this probably looks like it came from APBA, Baseball for Windows. Yeah, Clinton Parks is looking, Feller's 41. Yeah, a lot of walks Feller had, right? He's going to strike you out or walk. Nolan Ryan, he's very Nolan Ryan-ish, right? Nolan Ryan had a lot of those same things. Tons of strikeouts, but a lot of walks too. So yeah, so I've got a lot of these. Like this one, I probably wouldn't use it. It's too blurry, right? I'd use that one before I would a real picture. Here's kind of a dead ball look at Polo. This is one that I pulled out. I think that comes right out of OTP, out of the park. I've also grabbed some of these that are available that I haven't really trimmed yet, but the resolution isn't great, like kind of when you zoom in on them. So, some different looks at the Polo Grounds. I like it because they have the actual looks per year, but the resolution just isn't as good as I'd want it to be. Right here, this one's not too bad. 1917, I could set markers and do that. I got a 1924 Polo Grounds, so it's cool having the options. It just wish that like the resolution was a little bit better. So I've got these, but I haven't spent the time to really go in and get them set up and trim them and stuff. This would be one that I think would look good. This is another one. This might have been high heat baseball, if I remember right. These photos, because I can remember the theme to here. I think that might have been a high heat baseball look. That's not a bad one either. I'd probably trim this a little to make it a little bit better for a widescreen. Um, there's another one. This is the one I use. I don't know where this one specifically came from, but I like this one with the sun on the field, the one I use today. I think that's the first time that I've maybe used this in a game. Yeah, I love the artwork on those Clinton. I just wish I had a super high res version of those that really grabbed the detail, that it didn't get pixelated when you make it big. And then here's one. It looks like I've taken one that was here. It's a kind of a more of a top-down view. And then I've played around with some of the sizing. Got a night one. Yeah, now these came recently from the Out of the Park download that they use for the 3D models. And here we go, where you see that little cutout here, 1923 version of that. These aren't bad. 1940, a night version. Let's see what else we got. I haven't grabbed anything after 1940. Maybe nothing changes. Here's one that's some of this old ballpark art. This one's not bad either. Just be nicer if, when you put them on a bigger screen, right? It'd be nice if they were a little bit crisper, I should say. Here's one that, yeah, this is great because it's an old photo, but give me a break. Would I ever look at this? And I don't know if somebody did, but look, somebody, maybe the game did this. The markers are already set up. I mean, I would I would shut it. I couldn't watch somebody use a chalkboard with this as the background. I mean, just my personal opinion with the other options I have. But here's one out of the park baseball, way back photograph I've got somewhere with that. But yeah, I really like the one that I used today. This one. I think this is my favorite one now. It shows a good view. It's not too pixelated. I really like this one. Um, cool. Yeah, and I can run a couple auto plays if anybody wants to see them. I throwing in some different pictures and stuff. Let's set up an exhibition and see what else we got. Let's move. Let the MLB be the visiting team. Play in early April, and let's set it to human and set the lineups here. Let's loan just another lineup. Always in the wrong box here. Let's put some different players in there. Let's pitch Cyclone Joe Williams. Oh, hold on. I've pitched Mathewson already. You know what? Let's bring in Lefty Grove. Let's let Grove pitch a game. Let's let Rube Foster pitch a game. Mm-hmm. Let's throw a DH in there. Look, they got. Are you kidding me? We'll move Settles up a little bit. Just let them call this one. Got Oscar Charleston on the bench. Give me a break. But hey, what the heck? Let's see how this turns out. Um, bring in Heilman at for Frisch, and we'll put Heilman at DH. Who else we got to play first? Bill Terry's in there, I think. Cool. So I'm just missing a second baseman. Wow. There's some bats right here. Let's do it.
Play ball.
And since I'm a little crunched on time, what I'm going to do is go right up here and run this. But it's kind of fun to let me see what other options I've got for this one. For this park. Oh, I've got this one. It's an older one. Just trying to see what I have sitting around here to use for. And this is my night option I've got, which is another one I can use. Like a real photo there. But I'm guessing this one came from that. Gigapixel. Oh, but I'm going to write this down right now. I'm going to go over here to my browser and save this. Gigapixel. Is it an app? Yeah, it's a program I use for my ballparks. Gigapixel download TextBot. Enlarge your photos up to 600 with perfectly preserving imaging quality. All right, I'm adding a new favorite here. Cool. I will go check that out. That's pretty neat. And it's great for editing out Getty Images watermark. It's nice to know forever. Um, I think I'm going to look at that. I'll definitely play around with that because I definitely like enhancing some of those ones that are more like the artwork ones and getting them to not losing any image quality. I'd love some of those. But let's take a peek here. I'm going to just I'm just going to auto sim another game just to see what happens here. And I'll come in when I'm testing files and do this a lot, right? Put them in there and just run some different pictures and see if anything. Oh, hey, here the MLB greats win one. So, they lost the first two, but Grove against Foster. Let's see what the heck happened here. Well, we got 12 or 9 runs over there. Ted Williams, a big game. I see, 3 home runs, right? Ted Williams and Terry and Ott all hit home runs. No home runs this time by that. But look, Gibson, he's on a tear, man. He went 3 for 4. Look, they brought Oscar Charleston in to pitch because he's got some innings pitched to relieve after Foster was getting beat up. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Thanks, Forever Remain 90. And like if you don't have it, it's state STATE 21 at Comcast.net if you need my email. Beatles. Oh my God, Beatles is like, damn it, I missed it. Beatles. I'm gonna tell you something. If you're gonna you missed it. What I did is I played. I guess I could do another one. If you guys want to see, should I do another test game? I just ran an autoplay. I did a test game where I took the Negro Leagues, played against MLB greats, and one page ended up beating, with the help of Nip Wilson, ended up beating Bob Feller. It was a great game, won 5-2. Gibson and Pop Lloyd um, hit a home run each. It was a fun game. So, a little recap here. So I just auto played this one. I just moved them into another park. I'm just kind of testing today. I threw about 25 or so players on one team, threw 25 or so on another, and just thought, hey, let me get them set up in their own file here and just start playing some games head to head. Tried Polo Grounds out, which I really liked. Cool. Shoveling water sucks, Clinton says. Well, hey, yeah, no doubt it does. Nice. So yeah, we got 10 people here. So hey, let's fire up. I'll fire up another game and play that. Um, Beatles, if you're on Discord, I'm going to ping you now so we can bring your we can talk if you're okay with that, and we can kind of talk through a gameplay test of this and see what your thoughts are and all that good stuff. Forever remain 90. Yeah, thank you. I know you've got a bad one of okay, go. I'll give you a sec. Let me know. Cool. No, I appreciate you sending those. And I've been like a lot of times when I go set things up, I want to look for a good ball field and all that kind of good stuff to play in. But that Polo Grounds was kind of fun for testing that out. So some of the players that I didn't bring on, let's see if there's anybody left that I didn't. No, I think I brought most of them on that I've created so far. Clinton's like, yeah, Tom, Dick, or Beatles, you got that right. He is on. We can hear his phone ringing.
Hey, 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 hey.
And now you're here. You're part of the show now.
Woohoo.
Yeah, I played a game earlier. It was great. I had a blast. I took the Negro League Stars and played them out, and I thought if everybody's coming in here and hanging out, maybe I'll do another one real quick. I've got some time. I'm over here looking at my real schedule and trying to see how much time we can run through a quick another sim and just kind of check these teams out and how they play. Really happy with what I saw with the gameplay.
Nice. Okay.
Really
Cool.
happy.
Yeah.
And yeah, so here's what we can do. What I've assembled is here's a MLB great team we have with like 25 or so, and we have NLB greats.
Okay.
So set up an exhibition. If you haven't seen it, we'll go play in Polo Grounds. Everybody liked it, and I really like this picture I have up of Polo Grounds, and it's such a unique stadium down the lines.
Oh, yeah, it is. Real short, and then that center field is nuts.
Yeah. So yes, right. Oh, wait a
Mm-hmm.
minute. Look what I did. I've got MLB greats playing the MLB greats. Give me a break.
Way to go, Steve. That's almost as good as your runtime errors, buddy.
Oh my God, it's ridiculous.
I just got
Uh,
into
Play
work. We were
ball.
swamped, and I had to stay an extra hour and a half.
oh,
I
did you?
said I would. So, yeah, I mean,
Oh, you're
come
a
on.
team player.
That's what you got to do. Yeah, that's right. I'm a company man.
You're
Company man.
MLB greats, NLB greats. Oh, now we're good. Now we can pick a month here.
Clinton, his ballpark collection is almost as big as yours. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a big collection here. So yeah, this is the one I'm using. I've got some other ones here, but man,
That Polo Grounds looks nice.
it's got some. Yeah, this is. I was trying that out as much as the game itself.
That's
So
beautiful. It's beautiful.
so you guys tell me who do we want to pitch? They saw Page and Page's
How about
strikeouts.
Dick Redding?
Man,
Oh,
what
how
the
Page
heck?
do his strikeouts? Oh, did
He's
you
down from 8.3, I think it is, to 7.2 is what it brought him down when I recalculated him.
so Dahigo actually has, or let me see. Oh yeah, okay. So yeah, yeah, he's still dominant. I think that's still accurate, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, what I
let's
had
see.
to do is I had to I think his walks went up like 5 walks total, and
Right.
it was some minor adjustments, but yeah, but
Hmm.
he pitched good. He gave up 6 walks. We are playing, just so you know, I'm using batter pitcher average, and the
Okay.
parks are using 1940, right? So we have 1940 data.
Okay.
So that's what we've got the settings on. I have who do we want to see? Let's see. What did you say? You
So
said Dick Redding? Let's go Cannonball. Let's do it.
yeah,
I
let's
haven't
try
seen him
Cannonball
play.
Redding.
And over here,
Yeah.
we pitched a test game with Grove. I pitched a test game before I came on with Mathewson, and I pitched Feller. So is there anybody
You
else
haven't
we want to
pitched.
see?
Have you pitched Waddell yet?
No.
Ooh, I say Rube, but
Okay.
that's just me.
Let's put
Whatever the
him in.
lads want. Yeah.
Let's see what the computer suggests to go. Oh, they're going to want.
Some guy at work was telling me all these Irish jokes, but I can't say them on YouTube. But I'll
Oh,
let
hey,
you know.
we had a thing going on the other day with Irish limericks. You get started on those.
Oh, those are they're the best.
Um, cool. So let's take a look. Here's some of the batters we've got. Maybe we'll put some people in we haven't seen.
So Waddell's he's pretty much the same as I thought. His Ks per nine are the same as Page then 7.4 or
It's
around
actually a
there.
little bit more. I
Okay.
think I think what was throwing increasing pages too is some of the era. I think it had something to do with the batters he's facing too, because I'm still looking at those too, thinking that their strikeouts may be too high for the Negro League players. They're power hitters.
Okay.
It could have been a combination of both, but that's what I'm kind of interested with some more play testing as I start getting them into this cross universe or this combined universe. This is the lineup I put out there in game one, but
Pretty respectable lineup.
yeah, we can change
Oh,
it up, put some different
you
people
got
out
the
there.
splendid Splinter bat and cleanup, huh? Oh, you have
Yeah,
Williams
Heilman
III.
right there. Yeah, if
Yeah.
there's anybody else, throw a name in here. If we haven't seen Max Curie had a good game the last one. We had Trainer out there. I think Mel Ott
Yeah.
was out
Wow, you
there.
got Wagner batting seventh. Wow.
Well, this was the computer suggested one, right?
Oh, okay.
So we got Bresnahan. He wants to see Bresnahan at catcher. And I think I didn't bring Paul on the team. I got Little Poison here. We got
Okay.
Wayner.
Which he doesn't get enough respect. Lloyd Wayner is awesome. Well, Joe DiMaggio, you have DiMaggio on there? That MV's asking.
No, I have him built, but I don't have him built into the game yet
Right.
to drag him in. I just brought kind of a
Do you have
team in.
do you have Gehrig carded?
Yeah, I just haven't built him. I have
Oh,
the
okay.
data for Gehrig and DiMaggio done. I just haven't brought him into the
Sweet.
game to test yet.
That's a badass lineup. The only thing I'd probably bat Wagner second and Terry third though, but that's just me. I mean, I think Frankie Frisch is a pretty good leadoff hitter, but I think Wagner at eighth. Well, I don't know though. Having that bat down in the eighth behind Lajoie though, you've got kind of double run production there, don't you? If you if
Oh,
because
this is
actually with
great,
this
huh?
lineup, you could bat
Yes.
Wagner down that low, couldn't you?
Look at this. Well, you know what I mean? This is what I do. We'll just bring Frisch down.
Okay.
I mean,
Mm,
why not lead off with Wagner? What the heck?
exactly. Clinton says that he wants to steal your ballparks. See, he just wants you for your ballparks, man.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That's fine. If you're here, I may have to
That
I may try
polo
to
ground.
package. I may like try to package them in a like the ones I really like and maybe put together a package of ones that I really like, the ones that I want to use in the game and then make those available to everybody. Like once I sort through them and put
Right.
them in an acceptable or I guess I could just zip them all as they are and let you all sift through the crap. I mean, I don't know. Um,
That Polo Grounds is magnificent.
oh,
I don't
it
know
looks
if I
great in
have
the
that one,
game.
but wow, I'll bet.
Cool. And Forever Remain 90 has sent me something. I'm going to take a peek over here at it. What has he sent me? Oh my gosh, he sent me photos of himself. I didn't want to see that. Oh no, just kidding. Just kidding. Oh no, these are good. Yeah. Yeah, cool. Thanks. What he told me is about this gigapixel thing where you can kind of keep the same image and not lose quality when you blow them up. I'm going to play around
Oh,
with that a
right.
little bit. Yeah, because it may be fun. So, Frisch at third base. What? You know what? Let's put Mel Ott at third base. Let's just go power. What do you think?
I would be all about that because you know what? In all the things that I've done with older baseball, I've never had Mel Ott in any game yet, ever. Isn't that weird?
Wow.
And I haven't done just dead ball. I've done 20s and 30s, and I've never played Mel Ott in a game, so this would be fun.
Load lineup versus left. What are we going to get?
You got
What will
you
they
got
want?
Mel Ott batting seventh. That's a serious lineup there.
Well, what do we want? Okay, now let's assemble this one here. Love explosion at the top. So here's the one thing to think about. They put
Uh-huh.
your cool Papa, and here's the one thing I did. I made him DH because you can't have this guy on the bench. Oscar Charleston? Are you kidding me?
No, hell no. No, you're right. You're right.
So with Cool Papa playing center, I just made him a leadoff DH. And MV will tune out if I don't leave DeMoss at second. By the way, in the first game, I started him. He was great at second base.
Was he?
Yes, he was.
I'm glad Pop Lloyd hit a dinger. That makes me happy.
Oh yeah,
He's
Pop
playing.
Lloyd.
He's
Well, you're here
Pop
now. We got to
Lloyd's
put him
awesome.
back in there at short.
Willie Wells is fine. That's cool. We get Willie some playing time. It's all go. It's all good. Whichever.
We last game we started.
Lloyd's the better shortstop, anyhow. But
Yeah, we'll
yeah,
put him in there. Leonard at first base. We got Mule Suttles. You know what? Let's start. Do you mind? We're gonna put. I'll put him at first. Last time we played Leonard because we had the DH slot filled for Gibson. By the way,
yeah.
has gone
You
3 for
use
4.
Suttle's power. Yeah,
Gibson has been tearing it up.
no surprise. Hey, when you and I were playing, every time he came up, I'm like, here we go, here we go. And he did touch Satch up in the first inning too. That was Gibson,
Yeah,
right? When we played, yeah.
yeah. Bingo. There'll be a riot in Cardiff if Bingo isn't in. You got that right. So, all right, we got Bell up there. Let's put Pop Lloyd in there. Go Charleston. Got some Gibson,
Humbert.
Suttles power. Got Turkey Stearns still to come in off the bench. We got Torriente is a big hitter. And Smith in right field is odd because Smith is a pitcher.
Hmm.
So let's
What's Smith rated at? Oh, he's a 5
yeah, let's
in right
put
field.
Turkey Stearns in there.
Yeah.
Torriente. Boy,
Torriente was a beast.
look at this team. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
What do you think of this? What a game this is
That's
going to be.
oh yeah.
Play ball.
Right.
Wow. Yeah, so what do you like this image? I think this is now my favorite Polo Grounds.
Beautiful, beautiful image of Polo Grounds.
Look at the
Wow.
distances too. 505 to that little cutout dead center. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So
And so
yeah,
Mays made that catch. That was like he wasn't in that cutout, but he was like in that part of right field just before the cut when he made that catch in 1954 in the series.
yeah, it's nuts, huh?
Yeah, that park's nuts. But I forget what the dimensions are down the lines. Really
Okay,
short
look at
courses.
this. 258 right and
That's
280
okay.
left. Gibson hit one out to left that was 287 or something crazy short, went out. And Pop Lloyd yanked one about 270 and put it out of here on the right field line. So
Yeah.
anyway, this will be a little bit of fun. So
Oh yeah.
here we go. Get
Beautiful
going.
image, man.
Little test game here. I'm going to switch this over and put the major league players on computer and then just control the Negro League again.
Cool.
See what we got from Waddell here. Ground ball. Waddell's over, covering first. Terry, takes it himself and just gets the out. So what's interesting is like we start looking at the K percentage, even though he's rated that way, right? You figure he's coming from an early era, like probably 1904-ish. So when he faces Lloyd, it's going to be his 1904 era, Lloyd's, 1920s, and then they'll average those eras for the era line. So I've got it set to batter pitcher.
Okay.
So you can see the K percentage, even though he's 8.3 per 9, based on the eras and who he's facing, it's really 20%. So I'm not seeing anything crazy like those 60s, 70s, and 100s that we saw before.
Like with Satch, right? Yeah.
Exactly. There's a pitch to Pop Lloyd, Beatles idol.
Oh yeah.
Wainer playing center. Little Poison makes the catch. So we got 2 out. Oscar Charleston stepping up. He hits one, a grounder to Honus Wagner. Looks like he's going to be able to beat it. Not even a throw. And error for Wagner. I didn't see any red bouncing, but it looks like he couldn't quite handle that under the glove. So we got Charleston over there. Nice jump. Waddell with a 4 hold.
Wagner was actually very error prone, but
yeah,
a lot of people theorized it was because he played very aggressively at short.
And there we go, out of the inning, right? So Fun testing. I'm looking over here all the time to see if there's any crazy numbers that pop up or anything like that. But we've got Cannonball Redding on the mound here, and he walked. You know what's funny is Wagner walked 3 out of his 4 at bats the last time he played,
Surprised.
and he's got a 10 jump.
What is Gibson? What is Gibson still a 9-arm
Yes.
behind the plate? Okay.
Oh, we got a long. Lajoie's hit one way out to left, and it looks like Toriente makes the catch. Yeah. Yeah, Gibson's 7 on the range, 9 on the arm.
He's gonna shut down people like he's gonna shut down Wagner.
Williams. In Williams, I was showing the folks on here that he's rated. Williams is, if you go into his card, it's kind of interesting if you pull the card up. Over here, he's fly ball and dead, meaning he's not just a pull hitter, he's dead pull. And that had me worried pitching to him with this, a 258-foot fence there.
Yeah.
Oh, Hack Wilson up. Really stout guy that was only like 5'6" or 5'9", but he's about 200 pounds.
And he lived in the. There used to be an apartment in the groundskeeper stayed in Wrigley Field, and Hack Wilson actually that was his place in the off season.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a bad drinker, unfortunately. Hack Wilson.
Many were. Oh, ground ball to Pop Lloyd.
Yeah.
Can he turn 2? I'm not going to try it home. Let's turn 2, Pop.
Oh, both Honda Swaggers.
Wow.
Nope, didn't happen.
How about that? A double play.
Oh,
That's what's
right.
nice having Pop Lloyd and DeMoss up the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Mule Subtle. So he's got some pop in the bat. 35 home runs. And he strikes out. Turkey Stearns. A little weak. Oh, the drama, right? I don't know if it's slow. The drama of the foul ball. Oh, looks like he's ripped one. What's going on? Oh, boy. There's one. Out of here. Let's see how far that was. Look at that. 294 feet, and he's roped it out. Toriente up.
In the 1921 and 22 series, right, when the Giants played the Yankees, it was all in the Polo Grounds. And everybody was saying, oh, you know, Babe Ruth's going to kill him. John McGraw said, all we did is we fed the big monkey curveballs and put him on his ass. And
Yeah.
he didn't do anything in those 2 series, but he got his revenge in 23 when Yankee Stadium opened.
Yeah. Wow. Well, we got Toriente on. Judy Johnson up.
I got to go off mic second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Oh, what's going on here? Wayner's got room. Send Toriente to third. No, it ain't worth it. Just keep him there. 2 out. Oh, here, MV. MV, here's your Bill Mazeroski, your DeMoss up. And he strikes out. He was up there at the plate with his glove in his hand instead of his bat, so better known for the glove. Johnson with the play over to first, and it's in time. They get Terry. Mel Ott stepping up. Let's take a look at Mel Ott's card while we wait for Beatles to come back here. Power hitter, pull hitter, fly ball hitter, a lot of power, 36 home runs. Definitely batting better against righties and lefties, rated at 2 positions. Got a good arm in the outfield, so. And he strikes out, so Cannonball Redding. Take a look at his card, too. Pull him up, see what he's all about. You can see his ERA plus, or his ERA plus right here. 144, decent numbers. Lloyd Wayner. And strike out. Cool Papa. We're on a roll. Waddell striking him out now. Here's Pop Lloyd. What did he have? He flied out to center. Hits this one. Anything out to right field's always a chance of getting out of here. Heilman gets it. Boy, Charleston got on safe with an air, but he just hasn't hit anything in a couple of games that I've played. So, and he strikes out. Roger Bresnahan. Take a look at his card too. He played a couple other positions besides catcher. He's rated at first base, center field, and right field. A New York Giant player bounces that up the middle. There's Pop Lloyd with the great range, and he's just out. Just out. Yeah, big clue. It's cool. The quirky dimensions just kind of make it interesting. Definitely changes the strategy on how you want to pitch somebody that you know's got power to left field or right. Great play there from Judy Johnson. Get 2 out. So, hey, Redding's having a pretty good start here. Johnson, oh man, look at those balls. I'm be amazed to see anybody get one over the head of an outfielder out there, right? 505. So we've got the Grays so far. We got don't want to jinx him, but so I won't say it. Josh Gibson up. He has been on a terror. Reaches base again on an error by Mel Ott at third base. Take a look at Ott. I mean, his range is average at third, but let's see his fielding percentage. Yeah, he's going to make 5 errors and 957. Pretty normal for a third baseman. Subtle strikes out. Gibson on first. Turkey Stearns up. He sends another one to right field. Heilman with the catch. 2 away for Torriente. Sends one right at Wagner for the 3rd out of the inning. And now we've got Ted Williams coming up. Back up to the heart of the order here. Hack Wilson. Ground ball. Judy Johnson, good range at third. Has it. And looks like it's an infield hit. Not even going to make the throw. That breaks up the no-hitter. Heilman sends one deep into right field. Hard hit to the wall. Could score Wilson. And they hold him up. So we got runners on second and third. Bill Terry up. Pitching strategy. Do I walk him? Do I just pitch around him? I don't care if he gets. I want to set up that double play. Going to fly one out to Charleston. No doubt going to get the run home. Makes the catch. Sack fly gets that run home, but we've got 2 out. Mel Ott sends one up past Lloyd into left field. And why not try? There's only a 6% chance to throw him out, but what the heck? That's a chance. And he's safe. And now the wheels are coming off Redding. We've been keeping them hitless through here. Now we've given up 2 runs on 3 hits this inning. Bresnahan sends this one out to right field. Stearns waiting for it, makes the catch. Ends the inning. So got a little work to do now. Judy Johnson flying high out to left field. Usually a triple in MLB the show, yeah. Oh, MV, look at DeMoss getting the walk. He's on base now. Let's try to hit and run. Send him. DeMoss on the move. Long deep fly ball out to Wayner in center field. Makes the catch. Throws in. 2 away. Trying to keep DeMoss close. Oh, Oh, he gets him. Bresnahan guns him out, picks him off first on the quick throw, gets DeMoss leaning towards second base, no doubt. And that ends the inning. So see if Redding can get stable here. Uh-oh. Long fly ball. It's going out. Oh, boy. That one is gone. Wow. Let's see the dimensions on that. 299 feet out to left center for Lajoie. And I've got my dogs going crazy in the background here. Hopefully it's not making too much noise. Ted Williams takes the walk. Here we go. Hack Wilson sent one out to right field or center field. Charleston looks like he makes the catch. Harry Heilman sends this one out into left field for a base hit. I might have to think about getting Redding some help. Out chance on third. No thanks. He's going to take third. 2 out. Who do we got coming up? We got trouble. No easy outs here with the greats file. And here's a ball lined hard out into the wall. Heilman's coming around third. He will score. And looks like Bill Terry's going to make it into third with a triple. So now we've got Redding in trouble. Looks like he's going to get this last out. Infield fly. Pop Lloyd should have this. I think that might be all for Redding. Lloyd grabs it, and we're out. So we played 5, and it's a 5-1 lead for the Greats. A little bit of work to do. Pop Lloyd up. Ground ball to Honus Wagner. In time. Charleston with the strikeout. Looks like Waddell struck out 6 and walked 1 so far. Josh Gibson up. He's flied, reached on error. Oh, this one looks like it's hard hit. Is it going to get out of here? No, stays in the park. Williams makes the catch. Yeah, Forever Remain told me, yeah, anything way back there, it's a triple. Lloyd Wayner sends this one deep, 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 deep. And Charleston's there for the catch. So no damage done there. And Redding's back on the mound. You know what? Let's give somebody else a chance. Let's get, who have I got coming up? I've got Joe Williams I can bring in. He's tough. How about Martin DeHigo? Let's bring him in. Let him pitch. Ground ball. Johnson at third. Gets the ball. Throws it quick. And we get the out. Wagner up. Line straight to Suttles for the out. And no runs, no hits, no errors after 6. We've got a 5-1 game, and Suttles stepping up. I wouldn't mind seeing some long balls here from my team. Looks like this is not a long ball. Waddell over to cover. He's in time to get the out. Turkey Stearns, some power. And swings and misses. And Corriente with a strikeout. So Waddell's pitching really tough. Little 7th inning stretch. So I did an auto play. Negro League Greats won. Did a real play, they won. Did an auto play, the MLB Greats win, and maybe this is their chance here.
Sorry about that.
Unless I can come back. Oh, just saying, Beatles. Our team is down 5-1 now, but before I came on the air, I did a quick auto play. The NLB won. Then they won in the game I played, and then we did the quick auto play. MLB wins. Maybe they're destined to win this and tie it up 2-2, but I'm going to sure try hard to come back here.
All right.
Lajoie in. He sends this one for a leadoff single. I've got DeHigo pitching because Cannonball Redding was getting lit up a little bit, so he gave up 5 runs on 7 hits, and we're going with DeHigo now. Ted Williams up to the plate.
Interesting to see how this would play out over the long term because I mean the Negro League's actually won more games against the major leaguers and those sort of.
Yep.
So I don't know.
Hack Wilson up, one away. And we get strike. Heilman. It's a walk. Man, it'd be nice to get out of here. These guys have been tough. This Bill Terry today, look, he deep fly, he's sacked, and he hit a triple. Kind of broke this open his last at bat.
I need to make one more phone call. I'm sorry, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Jeez.
Melot up, bases loaded. Be great time for a strikeout. Oh, that's going to hurt. Single out into right field, should score 2. Terry moves on over to third. We got runners at the corners, and there's 2 more runs. Wainer pops one up. This should stay in bounds, let's hope. Suttle's making his way over. The drama as he gets close. Going to knock some nachos out of somebody's hand. Oh, and he just doesn't get it. Pitch from Wainer. This one's out to left field. It's like it should stay in. We got the out. So 2 more innings to make something happen here. 25% chance for a hit for Johnson. Let's just take a look at what I got on the bench. I don't have anything really any better than that. Going against the lefty, he's my best bet. And he says, don't even think about taking me out. Lead off single. Bingo DeMoss up. And you know, MV, you might not like this, but 14% chance of a hit. I'm thinking it's time for DeMoss to share some of the batting duties with somebody. So yes, DeMoss is going to have to ride some pine. We're down. Willie Wells steps in with a little bit better batting average, and it looks like that strategy is going to work. So before MV gets mad, I just want to say I'm happy with that result. No, don't want to make the first out in the inning at third base. And let's keep those runners there. So Cool Papa stepping up. And ooh, just what the doctor ordered. We've got the bases loaded, nobody out, and Pop Lloyd up. The pitch from Waddell. Pop Lloyd pops this up. Looks like it's going to be one of these dramatic foul balls that either gets out of play, please get out of play, or Bresnahan catches it. So we got 1 away. Charleston up, and he sends this one foul down the right field line. And he sends this one hard hit out into right field. Heilman makes the catch, should get the run home. Johnson scores, and we get 1 more run on the board, so it's 7-2. Men at first and second, and Josh Gibson up. And he sends one out to left field. Hope it gets up in the wind. Going way back, and Williams tracks it down for the last out of the inning. So, well, we got 1 back there. Missing a second baseman. Oh, yeah, we know. Who can play second baseman? Well, Wells can't. Or let's bring in my buddy Allen, Newt Allen here. Another great fielder and a good hitter out there. Martin Dehigo still on the mound. Don't know if I need to go to somebody else, but Stearns tracks that one down and makes the catch. And we strike out Wagner. That's a good sign. So Lajoie coming up. And there's that walk. The pitch. Williams sends this one out into right field. Looks like a base hit. Lajoie is going to hold at second. Now he's going to make the turn I'm not going to throw. And now we've got Hack Wilson stepping up. Oh, what am I doing? feeling it. I'm feeling bad vibes, so I'm bringing in Satchel to come in and pitch some relief. Wilson, worked out well. So Satch in relief, going to give me one chance here in the ninth to score some runs. Mule Suttle's up. Waddell's still on the mound. Turkey Stearns. Oh, Waddell's on fire now. Struck out the first two batters. Now we got a ground ball. He makes it, and Toriente beats him to the bag. So it's not over. Not over yet. Johnson 19%. I think Johnson, last time I was looking at subbing for him, he's like, forget it, I got you a hit. So right now, he's the best bet to keep in there. See if he can keep this rally alive. Johnson sends this one to right. Is it going to get down? Oh, line drive to Heilman. He makes the play. That ends the game. So it looks like today in my play testing, it's a 2-2 series. I've auto played 2 games and then played out controlling the Negro League team. And fun game so far. Not seeing anything that concerns me or any issues, wonky numbers, things like that. So you can see some of the stars of the game today. Right here, Toriente had 2 hits. So we take a look at the pitchers. Yeah, Waddell, hey, he's a strikeout pitcher. He's got 8.3 he's averaging, but he struck out 10 on the day. Only walked 2. Redding gave up 5 walks. Gave up some key hits right there. Yeah, it was a good game. It was fun. Look at Redding's EPC up there, 150. Could have actually, they both could have gone 160. I mean, yeah, those pitchers from back then, they're completing 70, 80% of their starts. It's like he was probably insulted I pulled him out with his just giving up 5. But Page came in and got that crucial out. Keep the damage from being done any worse. But no, fun game for sure. Check a look at the recap a little. Waddell goes 9, picks up the win. Fun stuff. So yeah, now my thing is I guess now that I've been able to kind of mix them and play test a little bit, I'm liking what I'm seeing. And I think now my next job, I know MV before MV says it, my next job is to just get back to making players. Probably start cranking these players out. And I think I'll do just that. So hopefully this weekend I'll get some time to spend focused on that. If my chores are done, you guys know how that works out, right? For sure. Next job. That's your only job. Big Clue says, yeah, don't tell everybody else, but it's very true. So yeah, I just set up this file to test them in. I will pull up the MLB greats file, my main file I've got right here, and we can look at the database. Let's look at all players. These are the ones I've carded for the MLB greats from that era. Now I've got 39. As you know, I've got 55 Negro League players completely carded. Beatles and I played the game. Now I've played them amongst the other ones. I've made a couple tweaks. I'll be editing that main file, but yeah, I've got 39 built in here. I've got probably, I think I've got 11, and I want to say 36. I've got probably 48. The information done for 48 players. I didn't bring any Yankees. I didn't bring DiMaggio or Gehrig into this, and there's a couple other teams, the players I have done that I didn't bring over, like Luke Appling. Who else haven't I kind of built into the game yet? Hornsby, I've got done. I haven't built him over there. Yeah, a couple like that. Chuck Klein, didn't bring him over. Pete Alexander, but I'll start bringing some more over here. But it's kind of fun to look at this way. You can kind of see based on the greats that I've built so far. Like if we look at their lines on average, you can see that Heilman's right there at the 400 mark with his 3 seasons, all adjusted and everything. But you got to realize he's also doing that in a. Just pull the card up. does. So if we look at him, he's doing that, but he's doing it in 1924. So when he starts moving and playing and having average errors with other ones, 1924 is a pretty high batting average era. So, in fact, let me just take a peek at it. Oh, here it is. So 1924, yeah, average is 290. So if he's playing somebody that was in 1950, it's basically they're going to look at that and say, okay, it's more like a 280 era. So it'll bump him down by that percentage. So something to consider, right? It's not don't judge the book by the cover, as they say with some of these. You got to look at where they're from and the park that they're from. Um, this is crazy right here. Just on base percentage, look at Ted Williams. Just a niche above 500 on base because of the walks and hits. I mean, number of walks, 144. OPS, several players up there already. I mean, Babe Herman, that's a good OPS line. Of course, Cobb and Hack Wilson and Fox, some of the regulars up there. Stolen bases, Ty Cobb so far, but you got Eddie Collins and Wagner up there above 50. Max Carey. Games played. Yeah, these are all in the 154. So you got people there pretty much Iron Men, right, playing most games. So this is kind of a good view. And then I can look at pitchers, and I've only built 10 pitchers so far. Here they are. You can see kind of we can look at them by, that's their batting, by the way. But let's take a look at, why do I always have a hard time finding this? Oh, this is the report. Let's look at basic pitching. There it is. So you can see, we scroll it by ERA here. Expanded pitching. You can see some other stuff here. WHIP, which I think is a great indicator, right? Is that right? Christy Mathewson with one hit by pitch. Let me double check that while I'm in here. Yeah, appears to be accurate. He didn't hit a lot of guys. That's great control. Sometimes I'll see this when I look at that. I'm like, wait a minute, that's really low. Is that right? And it really, really an indicator where I'll go double check a lot of stuff as I look through these and make sure there's no errors and everything looks smooth. But there's the pitchers. If we do let's see, there's an interesting one, value. So this is great because this is like if you did at some point, if we ever did a league, right, and we're drafting players to try to keep everybody from just having the best, right, you put in a nice salary cap that would make sense. But this shows you how the game rates their value. And a lot of it, I think, as I look at it, has to do with, you figure with Feller, there's so many innings he can pitch, so many strikeouts, whatever formula, it's putting his value really high. And I'm not sure, like to me, if I'm looking at, I'd grab Walter Johnson or Mathewson here and save a buck or two, right? My bang for the buck here. But for some reason, they're putting a lot of value on his line here. When you look at everything, his fielding range, hold rate, all that good stuff, and undervaluing Waddell, kind of strange. But if we look at pitcher or batters, take a look at batter value. Look at the value here of the batters. Oh, you know what this is? This is telling me something. Bob Feller. Oh, there's why. Oh, wait, I don't know. take a look at Feller and see what's going on here. Why do they love him so much? Wrong. And I'm going to have to double check on some of these where the information doesn't stick. Let's take a look at Bob Feller here. This looks good. Batting is, yeah, batting looks good. Maybe because he's also dual role as a batter. Let me rerun ratings. You guys are watching me do the boring stuff right now. Yeah, he's still high. I got to figure out. Really weird why he's that high. But let's go back to the database and check out. These are batters. So if you look at like main batter players, here's how the game is placing a value on them. Probably by, games played, how well they played, all that good stuff. Jimmy Fox is the most expensive right now on this pool. I don't know if age comes into it or not. Shouldn't, right? I mean, I can click on age so we could display the age too. We could also show the year that they're assigned to, right? We could add these fields here so it'll show. But it's funny. I don't know. Maybe it does. But it's probably looking a lot of their batting or ERA plus. I bet you if we went and looked at that, he's probably well above on his OPS plus, because it's probably looking at how he is in not just the raw stats, but relative to the era he's coming from and his stats. But yeah, I find this interesting how the game assigns these values. All editable, though. If you wanted to use your own values, there's an editable field. If you had a league, you could come in and put up your own numbers, right? Or you can use the game assigned ones. Because if you click rating, sometimes it doesn't quite match the rating. Here's the value, but here's the overall rating that they have. Pitchers are always going to have a little bit less than batters because they're going to get evaluated for their bat because they have batting lines, right? So they're going to have batting numbers in there, and they're only playing one fielding position. So really, if you look at pitchers, being up in the 7 and 8s is really good. Jimmy Fox. Let's pull him up and see what his ERA plus is. Oh, OPS plus. Yeah, he's 198. So he's 98% better than average with those numbers. These guys have to be pretty close to that too. See Williams. 198. Yeah, Williams, because big numbers. Mel Ott, 169. Ty Cobb. Oh, there you go. That's one of the biggest I've seen. 202 is OPS. Lajoie, 214. So Lajoie even has Cobb beat by a hair. And it'll be interesting. I'm anxious later today, tomorrow, when I get a chance to card Hornsby and see Hornsby in the game too with his 3 years, because he was potent with the bat, with power and average. Tris Speaker, 193. Yeah, these are some high numbers for these guys. Joe Jackson, 203. So he's right there. Him and Cobb are almost identical as far as. In fact, he's got Cobb by just a hair on the batting average. But yeah, Cobb and Wagner, very similar batting for sure. Hack Wilson put up some big numbers, but in a big number era. So, he's got these 42 home runs and average and all this, but still OPS 158, probably because he's in such a high hitting area. Oh, I'm just sitting here. I'm sitting here killing time beetles, just showing off the. I've looked at the MLB greats that I've played so far, and then I've just sorted it. I've got 29, 30 of them in here or whatever. And I've just sorted it by like the
Oh,
value,
okay.
just kind of looking at some of the OPS plus numbers that are just crazy for Cobb, Lajoie. I mean, these people up at the
Oh,
top, they're
yeah.
just crazy hitters with this.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway,
Good stuff. Good stuff. I just wanted to rush back because I knew you didn't have that much time, and I had to
yeah,
take
I'm
care
gonna.
of some. Isn't it? That's how it always works. You want to just like chill out, and then you've got a
It
billion things
does,
you got
man.
to
Well,
deal with.
I've milked a little extra time here today, but I am going to have to run here in about 10 minutes.
Right.
Um, but I
Cool.
appreciate everybody hanging out. I mean, this is great. We got 11 people here still. I watched us play a couple uh, demo games just to run through it. The one thing I found out is that I love what is it? The ballpark. I'm sitting here at a loss for
Mhm.
words. I love that Polo Grounds. So I
It's
don't know if anybody
beautiful.
else has seen the other layouts and see if I don't know if I have anything better than anybody else. I found a couple of good ones over the years. I'm going to look in this Gigapixel because Beatles. I'll show you the ones that I've got that are from I think Grigsby's artwork, right?
Okay. Right.
Um, so let's take a look at Polo. So many of these. So I've got some old Polos here, right? You probably recognize these from like APBA.
Yeah.
Some of those, right? That one here, I think this is probably high heat baseball.
Yeah. It looks. Yeah. That looks. It has that look too. That looks like high heat. That one. Yes.
Something
It
here,
was.
right?
It had that way top down. Yeah.
It's another one. I mean, these are okay. I, this is okay for a real picture, but sometimes I don't like it unless it's a really good picture. If the that doesn't have it all the way down the line,
Right.
to the wall.
See, now
Um,
that black and white one's nice if you were doing like 1940s baseball, just
yeah,
for like that kind of old feel, right?
yeah.
1940s, 1950s.
Hey, MV says, ever hear a Del Bissonette? You know what? Let me show you. Let me show you something, MV. Who do you think I've got sitting over here for this team?
MV's calling you out, man.
Dude, come on. What do you think? I'm some rookie? Come on.
He's
Come
calling you.
on.
Steve isn't
Get
a
out of
busher,
here.
buddy.
Get out of
Steve's
here.
not a
And here's a
busher.
guy, there's a story I looked at him. He has 3 really good years he's carded with, but he only had he got hurt in 1932 and tore his Achilles, couldn't come back from it. It was horrible after that. But the 3 years before it, I think 28, 29, 30, 31, he had some great years. 3 of his 4 years were really good, and I'm using 3 of those right here. Del Bissonnet. I don't know how we pronounce it, Bissonnet, but
There you go, MV. Steve's no busher. He's no busher.
yeah, he says I never heard of him. Yeah, I looked at him. I go, I don't know if I ever remember coming across his name
Oh, I have.
before
I have,
either.
yeah.
But yeah, but I put him. I'm like, hey, for the 3 years I'm using, he's a good one. Let's put him on there, right? So,
Oh, yeah.
but yeah, the Polo. Let's take a look at another one, Shibe. Look at all the Shibes. I mean, how many Shibes can you have?
Not enough, apparently.
Well, look at these. I mean, some of these are, you know, when you blow them up, they lose a little, right? They get a little pixelated.
Yeah,
This is one I really like, a Shibe right here.
that's a
This
nice one.
it comes from some of that artwork, but look at the resolution is
That's
still good.
nice. Oh my God. That's incredible.
So I could reset the labels and start going at it right here. I mean, this may be one I come back for Shibe and use right here.
Yeah,
I mean, start
that's a
getting it
beautiful
set up
artwork.
really nice. I won't bore everybody with that now, but yeah, I like that one.
Board with baseball, these guys never happen.
This one's nice.
Yeah, it is. Oh
So I,
yeah.
I need to write these down. Steve, make a note. Shibe 5 and Shibe 3. Those are keepers for me. I like these.
Oh yeah. Shibe is a cool looking park.
Um,
Sportsman's Park is one of my
like
favorite old
this one,
parks.
this one needs to be thrown in the trash. I don't even know why I have it. Like when I look at this, I'm like, oh, with these other options, this is, but something keeps me
Right.
from throwing it in the trash. Here's one. It's a real picture, but the net's in the way. I wouldn't use it, but I have it. Here's one that's more,
Yeah.
animated looking.
Hmm. Right.
Night options, right?
Sure.
This high heat,
You
old.
know, it's gonna be awesome is when Out of the Park makes their park creator like fully robust because you'll be able to go in and just recreate any park you want in there, and
Yes.
they'll look as good as the parks that come with out of the park baseball.
Here's a top-down one,
Hmm.
resize I was looking at. So I've done a little work of resizing some of those, right? Here's another one of, well, maybe I've got this set up. Maybe I've got a few options or pictures. Here's one that needs to be, if I can get these trimmed so that they don't lose a lot when we blow them up. I love these Grigsby art images.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
This one, I'm like, really? I mean, look, this one cuts off so much of the outfield lines that to me, it's not
Yes.
pleasing.
No, no, not at all.
Um,
In fact, the Fenway Park that comes with Action PC Baseball does the same thing.
oh, I've got several renamed, but it
And
looks
I've
like
got
the
lots of
same
nice
one.
Fenways, but that one, as soon as I got the game, when I first got, I'm like, no, I got to find a better picture of Fenway. This is awful.
My gosh, what have I got going? Okay, now here's something out of OTP Shive right here. A 1930. Then I got, now the wall comes up 49.
And that's, yeah, it's out of the park, definitely.
This one, I need to kind of stretch out wider. This was MLB The Show like 2010,
Right.
and that's more of a top down. So I got quite a few of those, but I don't know if there's anybody. Sportsman. So here's one of those that if I could keep the pixelation and have it get better for this one would be nice, because
I love Sportsman's Park. That's
when you
such a
blow
cool
these
looking
up,
park.
they're great photos, but when you blow them up, they just get so blurry.
Oh, yeah.
Um, yeah, Sportsman. There's one. I think that these are baseball windows, right? This theme, baseball for windows.
Ooh. That might be a baseball for Windows, that one that's up there
Yeah,
on the screen
I've
right
got
now.
some that have that same kind of format that aren't bad. I like them for the older parks.
Right.
Um,
Now, Baseball for Windows has some really, really sharp looking ones though too. Like Pomerica looks great.
I
Um,
like this one for like an old real photo of Sportsman.
yeah, I like that too. That's just such a cool looking park. I don't know what it is about Sportsman's Park, but I love it. And this is like late. This is like middle 50s.
And here's
This is
some
Budweiser's up
similar with
there.
just black. If you want to go black and white, that's a good black and
I
white
have
photo.
that one. Oh,
You have this one?
the one before that, the color one. I have it. No, not that one. I think it was three. One, so one up. I know we're dealing with a 10-second lag here. Yeah, that one. I use that one. I like that one. The,
Okay.
that one, yes. Don't know why. I just think it's cool. I don't know what it is about Sportsman's Park. Maybe it's that weird outfield, and that too I like when it's down a little lower, that bullseye pitcher's mound. Love that. You're not gonna see those in ballparks
Out of
anymore.
the Park does it here, so you've got that one, and then they bring it out here with the 1954 version. 26 they don't. 54 they have
Right.
it. Um,
That's so
yes. Hey,
cool.
maybe I'll come on here one afternoon and just show off ballparks, or maybe that's just what I'm
Oh,
doing
people
now.
love it. Yeah, that'd be like looking
Three
at Mrs. Y.
Rivers. Yankee stuff. What have I got on Yankee? Some of that's kind of hit and miss all over, but let's see. So much stuff. Yankees kind of boring to me. The new Yankee Stadium, I've
Yeah,
got to say, is just horrible. I've been
yeah.
to a handful of stadiums, but we went to Yankee Stadium, the new one. I didn't get to see the old one with some friends from Chicago. We get there all
Mhm.
excited to see a game, and I love ballpark food, right? Two
Oh
things.
yeah.
Not impressed with the stadium. It's probably the worst of any to me as far as the layout. I just didn't like it. And the worst food options of any ballpark I've ever been in my life. So I'm extremely
And
disappointed.
that's surprising too, it being New York, right? You
Oh,
would think the food would
this
be like
this
superb.
stuff where they put some ketchup stewed and some stewed onion and put it on their hot dog. That's the worst crap I've ever. It's the worst hot dog
Ugh,
place I've ever seen. I'm like,
wow.
I couldn't get just a normal raw onion. Um, anyway, but my wife and I
I'll
have
tell you
been
who
to
has
many
good food
ballparks.
is Camden. Camden
Yeah, I've been to
bars have
Camden.
great food.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, great food there.
Target Field I've been to,
Mm.
Coors,
PNC.
Comerica. I've not been to PNC. I've been to
Oh my, it's the most beautiful park in the majors,
but
man.
the new one there in Arlington there, the new Ranger.
Oh
What am I
yeah,
talking
you
about
know
here?
what? The old Rangers Park was so classy looking. It had that facade. The new one now, I understand why they had to put a roof on it, but it's a shame they
Yeah,
couldn't have just re-engined, just did that first one of the ballpark at Arlington because that kind of had that old, that retro look to it.
we got to go there. My wife and I was out there at a conference or something, so we went, and then I've known the Bregman family. So Alex Bregman that plays for the Astros, we've known him since he's been a little kid from Albuquerque,
Oh
right?
wow.
And his
Okay.
known his dad, who was the city council. He's actually the district attorney now, and just got appointed district attorney in Albuquerque, but known him for years, right? So we called him up and said they were visiting from Houston was playing in Texas, and Alex got us down on the field during batting practice, which was a blast. So we went the, to see them play the Rangers there. That was fun.
Oh
And
cool.
ate
Yeah.
great food there at that ballpark too. And it's a nice ballpark. And we always keep saying, what, how Yankee Stadium was just like, I mean, you're going to Yankee Stadium, you should be impressed. And I'm like, I've been to AAA parks that are nicer than this. It was just not
Shit.
impressive to me. I mean, and
Have
I
you
was
ever been to Kauffman
disappointed.
Stadium? I've heard
No,
everybody I've talked to that said it's like a great experience to go to Kauffman Stadium. The only one left named after a person. How about that? Yeah,
um,
Robbie works for the Rangers.
oh, I was there. Yeah, they sent me up to the VIP, whatever the thing is, and they brought us down on the field with a group of people. Oh gosh, it has to be. I'm looking at the picture here. 2018. God, I'm trying to think. When I came back to the position I'm in, it was right before then. I want to say 2000. It was 2018, I think.
It's
It's a
crazy
cool
to think the
Yankee Stadium
Yankees.
one right
Yeah,
here.
it is. The one thing you gotta love about Yankee Stadium is the facade, of course. That's just
Yeah,
iconic,
I
right?
wanted to like it more. It's like me with PC replay baseball. I want to like this, and I get in there like, gosh, the food was horrible anyway. But Target Field I've been to, that
Right.
was great. Coors
Yeah.
Field's great.
And
Phoenix,
obviously
all
with
of
the
it.
Comerica.
Oh,
So
Comerica, I love Comerica. Good food. I
the
can get
nice
real hot
park.
dogs there. It's the worst hot
Yeah.
dogs I've ever ate in my life in Yankee Stadium. I'm like, give me a break. Great hot dogs. In fact, I think Detroit is the home. The first time any hot dog was ever sold in a ballpark was in Detroit. Uh,
I
Bennett
think you're
Park or
right.
Navin Field, I think. I don't know. I could be wrong with that. But Robbie says, I
Yeah.
don't recall seeing you out there back then. Yeah, I was there.
Oh,
Hold,
geez,
let
Robbie,
me
with
get the
maybe
picture.
40,000 people at the game, probably not.
Yeah. But yeah, it was Houston was on the road playing up there, and there was some other folks that went down on the field with us. But it was cool. We got to be down there for batting practice, and
Wow,
that was fun.
that is cool.
And
I was at Wrigley before they did the renovations, and I'm glad they did the renovations. Wrigley was cool because of all the history, but it was still like, ugh,
I got to go to
um,
Wrigley. I have good friends in Chicago. It used to be my neighbors in Albuquerque, and they took me to a game. Oh, it was gorgeous. It was like a 72-degree August summer night. It was a great game. That was fun. Parking's a nightmare. I mean, I couldn't believe what he
yeah,
paid to park like
yep.
close.
Oh, it's
I was like, he
insane.
goes, "Oh, I got this. Don't worry about it." I'm like, "Well," I'm thinking to myself, "I'm glad you got this. It was incredible." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" He goes, "Yeah, I know where to park, but
Yeah,
expensive." But it was a fun time.
and the high rents around that area of Chicago, right around Wrigley too. Because my ex and I were
It's not
thinking
a bad
about
one.
moving to Wrigleyville, that neighborhood
Yeah.
Wrigleyville. And we were looking at some of the brownstones there, and it was like, well,
Please show your Comiskey, says Forever. I will do that. Here's some I grabbed from out of the park, which just looks cool. Look like back in the 20s, and then here, then you start getting the grandstands here on Yankee Stadium. Let's go to Comiskey. Comiskey's kind of ugly.
we're going to be playing our Negro League All Star game
Yeah.
though in
Let's see if I got a
February.
good one. I haven't even looked through Comiskey stuff. What have I got? I may have to go start digging around. No, there's a more current one.
It's not bad.
No, these aren't bad. See what they've got a little bit more vintage.
And Comiskey is in part of, is one of the parks used in the natural, by the way.
Hey, this is one of those old painting type versions. I kind of like these.
Hmm.
What do you think of this one? Kind of arty looking.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Um, yeah,
And
here's
the
one
famous
where,
scoreboard.
yeah, this
It's got
one's
to be the
not
most
bad.
famous scoreboard in baseball is at Comiskey Park score, which is still at whatever it's called now, Cellular Field or whatever.
Yeah, this isn't bad here.
No, not at all.
Okay, here's one like a down low from probably high heat baseball, I think. Here's an older
Yeah,
one, but it's kind of cut off. I don't know what the lag. I have to look over here and see what the lag is. Is it showing up right here? Yeah, this is kind of a grainy one.
I kind of like I kind of like you. That looks like looks like a late 50s, early 60s kind of documentary.
Yeah,
You know.
it has a vibe to it, right? Like we put a filter
Yeah,
on it.
it does.
This
It
is
does.
another version of that painted one that's been kind of manipulated somehow.
I like it.
Another old one with no players. Kind of sometimes they brush the players out of these. And I don't have a whole ton of pictures for Comiskey. Here's 1927 out of the park.
Comiskey's a cool looking ballpark. See, it was probably too hard because they're doing it in Google SketchUp, so you can see the scoreboard's not there. So, well, you said 1927, so it
Yep.
wouldn't be. I wonder what I'd have to look at their version of Comiskey and Out of the Park to see how well they did with the scoreboard because
Note to self.
that's so iconic, right?
Note to self. I'm going to dig around. Let me find the one that I think I like. Okay, I like that one's not bad at all, but I think I might end up going with which one was it? I'm just going to click them all till I hit the one I want. Kind of like this one,
Hmm.
but note to self: dig around for some more Comiskies.
There you go. That just ballpark images themselves are addictive, aren't they? Oh my God.
Yes, they are. Here's what I found myself. I call it the window dressing of the game, right? So you can get into the gameplay, and you'll see like Ron Juckett and them, and they're into they're doing their seasons, right? And I've been in that mode where I'm
Right.
like, hey, I'm taking 1975 or whatever. I'm going to take this team, and I'm going to whatever, and I'm playing the season, and that's what I was infatuated with. Now it's like I'm creating these files, and now I have to along with it. It's kind of like I can't just have the steak. I got to have a salad. You know, I
Uh-huh.
got to have dessert coming. I've got to have get I got to crunch the file numbers and do my customizing, right? Then I've got to, get it in the game. Then I've got to look for logos. Now I've got to look for ballparks. Now I've got to do player photos. So it's a full meal deal with me now. Connie Mack. Now these I'm excited to try this Giga Pixel thing with to see if I can get these um,
Oh
blown up
yeah.
without losing a lot of the image.
Those are beautiful, aren't they? God.
What have I
That's a
got?
nice one. Well, I don't know what you don't know with the 10
Yeah.
second one, but that's a nice looking ballpark. Which Connie Mack is Shibe, by the way. So
Here's Braves
you
Field.
so you have more Shibes. Connie Mack is Shibe. So
Hmm.
oh yeah, Braves Field. That's nice. I kind of like sometimes that first base perspective. It's kind of cool. I have a Fenway for baseball for Windows. It's first base side. I
My
really like
Tiger
the logo
Stadium
side.
that I use, that I prefer, is a little bit tilted towards first.
Okay.
But this is Braves Field here. Got some
I love
cool
the old
ones and stuff.
advertising in the old ballparks.
Yes, I mean,
At least you can still see it in the minor leagues, which is cool.
here's a real one of Braves Field, but it's like
Yeah, that one's the Briggs.
Briggs. Here's one of Briggs
Yeah,
that I
that's
need to
Briggs.
try to clean up a little bit. Some old stuff. So I have some named Briggs. And that's not a bad one from OTP, but then they're probably under Tiger.
There's the one right before this out of the park one was going for dead ball era for
Yes.
field.
So let's take a
Oh,
look.
stay away from the ashtrays, please. Like Three River Stadium, please. Oh my God.
I'm looking at the calendar right now. He said the painted ones from a ballpark calendar. Yeah, I think that's where a lot of those art looking pictures came from. So this is one that I've used and I've got set up for Tiger.
Nice.
But let me flip through the ones here I really like. Eh. This is a different one that I've just acquired. It's kind of a different perspective here. This kind of behind a little bit lower. But
I like that one. I like that.
that one, yeah, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is.
Um, Out of the park. I've got a bunch of these. Which the ones?
Yeah, the
This
park one
this is the one that I usually use right here. It's
right
got a
there.
little bit, just a hair of a tilt towards first base. Yeah,
Yeah. The looking ballpark. You know, they designed those ballparks, right? It's like if you were the poor sap that had to sit right in
I've
front,
been there.
like behind one of those
I've
supports,
been there.
right? Oh my God.
Sat behind them.
Wow. Oh my God.
And almost every one of these sections, center field bleachers, when I was younger, they there was a time where they shut them down because too much nonsense going on out there.
I can
Yeah,
believe that.
but yeah, there. I've said then back here you can't see it where right field. I went there when the stadium was still up and saw a doubleheader when I went back to visit home. Griffey Jr. and A Rod were on the. I saw Mariner doubleheader against the Tigers there and sat
Uh-huh.
lower level right field. We got to move around the post because by the second game, not as many people were there. But yeah, I probably sat in every section in this stadium at some point, except front row behind the home plate. That's the I've never sat there. That would be cool.
Wow. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Um,
Those
yeah, this is the
old
one.
ballparks weren't built for comfort, that's for sure. You were there to watch baseball.
Yeah, there's a 1940s one that I got off of that Grigsby art. Oh, Forever sending me a cool Tiger Stadium. I'm all down for that. I've got one here behind me. I don't have my camera here on today, but I've got my picture of Tiger Stadium up here on my wall, and I got an '84 Tigers bat signed by a bunch of them.
Oh wow. Never part with those, man.
It's my wife calls this Field of Dreams. She goes, "Are you kidding me?" Because I have so much crap on the wall in this. And I go, "Hey, this is my room. This is my home office." And she's like, "Look at all this stuff. It's just like a Field of Dreams store." I go, "Hey, it's good because I've got my a Rolling Stones autograph thing up here, mixed in,
Mm-hmm.
a couple Rolling Stone things mixed in basically with a lot of sports."
Nice. So if you
Uh,
got to complete the collection, you need something autographed by the Beatles.
uh,
I mean,
if you'll sign something and send it to me, I guess that'll work.
well, yeah, right.
You said the Beatles. I thought you meant
No,
you.
the no, the Beatles.
Oh, okay.
Could you imagine what something like that would be, though? Oh my God. So John Lennon, there was a guitar signed by John Lennon that was sold for charity a few years ago, and it went for like $300,000.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, crazy stuff. Still nothing like the T206 Honus Wagner card. You get one of those, Steve, you're set.
Yeah. Well, good luck with it. Little
Few
story
million,
here while we're
you
just
know.
talking crap. When I was early teenager, there used to be this indoor flea market that a friend of mine started going to. And there was this guy named Doug Haynes that started, he would come and sell. It was the first time I really saw anybody selling baseball cards, right? So this is the late 70s, probably
Right.
78, 79. I had never seen tobacco cards. This guy was selling them, we were infatuated with them, and we bought a bunch of them. And they weren't all in the best of shape, but I can
Yeah.
remember he would sell a lot of them for $1, maybe better known ones for 3, 4, or
Oh.
$5, and then the Hassan trifolds, okay,
Huh.
which they would have a card of like an image of a play happening, and then you'd have two cards that would flip open, like they'd have Tinker, Evers to Chance, and different things like that.
Oh my
And
God.
I bought a bunch of these throughout, junior high and high school years, right? So I had probably, I don't know, about 40 to 50 different tobacco cards. Nothing like I did have, I think there was some Hall of Famers, like who was I'm thinking about? Elmer Flick I had in there. I had some decent players, and then we had some that were just in really bad shape, right?
Right.
And so you fast forward, about 7 years or whatever, and I'm in college, and there was a guy in Albuquerque with a shop, and we went in there, and hey, I'm hurting, man. I'm a college student. I'd like some cash. This guy went in and showed him those, and he bought them for anywhere from 20 to like $70 a piece from me. And I thought I had
Wow.
just won the lottery. I mean, back then I'm like, are
Uh-huh.
you kidding me? You're gonna pay, so my $1 to $5 dollar investment on these was,
Oh
tenfold.
yeah, excellent return
And
for
I ended
sure.
up selling all of those to him. I wish I had them
Oh,
now.
I'm sure.
There was
I'm
no
sure.
Honus Wagner in there, right? But
No.
um,
Well,
yeah, but he would this guy would sell the cards and then tell great stories about him. And I can remember him talking about a baseball player named Billy Sunday, who was a preacher.
oh yeah. He was, yeah.
And but this guy, he had great stories, and we would get a kick out of just talking to the guy. And he would I did buy a lot of the Hall of Fame cards. You see them look like a postcard size that have like the Hall of Fame plaque on them.
Yep.
um, and got those because Charlie Gehringer was, still alive and big in the area back there, and he knew Charlie Gehringer, so he had a lot of Charlie Gehringer signed things from the area.
Wow.
But yeah, he was just a cool guy. So that's what really got my buddy and I kind of into. We were collecting cards then, right? But then into the older cards, right? Not just trying to compile the 1973 and 74 sets or whatever. But and then
Right.
my buddy outdid me, and his mom bought him that 74 set that was sitting on the counter. I don't know if anybody remembers this, but Sears used to sell it. It was the first time anybody ever saw a complete set in a box, or you didn't have to collect them yourself in wax packs. It was done. It was a 1974 set, and Sears had them sitting there like if you'd check out of your mom's buying you some Sears Tough Skins back then in maroon and green and blue, and uh, oh man, we're not buying that. It's ridiculous, right? So then you're trying to assemble the set. But I remember I was so jealous he got that 74 set. Yeah, but then he never wanted to take the cards out and look at them because you don't want to disturb that set. But
Exactly.
so going and getting the meeting that Doug Haynes, and he had this other guy that he worked with. Just we go to that flea market like every weekend and just see some of the old cards. It was just cool. So that's really what got me to actually hold in my hand and look at these older cards before I was born. So the
Wow.
old 1950s card, and I love those like 1956 card where it's got like the two different. You turn them sideways, and it's got like the action of the player and then the face. Um,
Hmm.
so I got a better appreciation of not just the cards that were from my era, but from the older stuff too. That's probably junior highs when that started.
What is it? I think that all the Hannes Wagner cars, I think they're actually accounted for, right? I'm pretty sure it's kind of the
Well,
way
there was a new one. Did you hear about the one a couple
Stradivarius
years
Violet.
ago that kind of
Oh, one
what
turned
up?
up?
Yeah, the one that was is perfect condition. It was on one of those stories, one of those like family fines or something like that. It was a couple years ago. A Honus, they thought they had them all accounted for, and one showed up that was pristine, so they were worried about how that was going to impact the market.
Wow.
But
It's still going to be worth a lot of money. I mean, they're so few.
yeah,
Which is wild because, I mean, right? Because nobody knew tobacco was harmful back in those days. And Wagner said, I don't want kids using tobacco, so you can't use. And that's what, not only the fact he's such a great player, but that's the other thing that made it rare. He said, no, you can't use my image on a card where there's tobacco.
yeah,
So wow, because I know Gretzky had owned one for a while, and then I think he sold it or something, or I don't know. It was like it's worth millions of dollars. So I don't think one more is going to impact the market that much. In fact, it's so rare. If you look at that, if you look at the Library of Congress collection of baseball cards, the T206 is not in there. So even the Library of Congress doesn't have one.
I'm looking
But
for
if you ever
the
looked at that
story.
exhibit, it's really cool online. If you go to the Library of Congress, there's great baseball card images and I was gonna do them for the Ned McGreevy League, but I'm like, oh, this will take forever to download these cards. So
Yeah, so it was found in an attic. Here it was. The story was from like 2021. It says rare Honus card found in attic. Um,
wow,
why am I trying to find the real story here? And it sold for 6.6 million at auction.
that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's just incredible. Oh well.
Yeah.
I
Crazy,
just
huh?
want I just want to hold it. You know, they make me wear archival gloves. I don't care. I just want to hold that card just for a minute.
So it was 2015 they found it. So this guy Carl Kistner picked up a soot-covered cardboard box that had been under a dollhouse in his grandfather's attic and found a bunch of those: Cobb, Wagner, Cy Young, all them, and then later learned what they'd come across because there some it's the rare series from around 1910, and
God.
the ones that did were in so-so condition at best with faded image, but these ones were, they said they were nearly pristine and untouched for more than a century.
Oh my God. Could you imagine finding that? Whoa.
Yes, it's what we all dream of.
Man. Right?
But on a 1 to 10 scale,
Exactly.
I'm looking at the article now. It says the highest grade ever given to Ty Cobb card from the E98 series was 7. 16 Cobbs were in that Ohio attic, were all graded at 9,
Oh
almost
my
perfect.
God.
A Honus Wagner was judged at a 10, the very first time that ever happened.
No
So
way.
what the hobby was worried
Oh
about
my
is
God.
that, you've got a price for the ones that you have. Now here come these other ones on the market that are better than yours, right?
Yeah,
So
right? Jeez. Oh my God. It's
yeah,
incredible.
that's a cool.
It's
Google
like
that.
when you
It's
find
a
it.
cool article, and they
I
had a
will.
show. They had a show on like CBS News or something. Did a show on it. I remember seeing it about these cards that were found in the attic, and the family were auctioning them off, and they didn't really know they were valuable at first, but it's a really cool
God,
story.
I mean, imagine it's like, those are the kinds of finds like finding an actual Stradivarius, which I guess those are all accounted for,
Yeah,
right? Or you find a Beatles bootleg out there and it's like real. I mean, that's serious money you're talking about
yeah,
there. God, could you
crazy,
imagine?
crazy.
Yep.
Well,
Look at
hey,
all those moms though back in 1907, 19 or like 1909, 1910. Oh, this is junk. I wonder how many. Maybe there might have been 5 or 6 Hannes Wagner cards just tossed
oh,
around by some mom.
guaranteed,
Ugh,
guaranteed. What's this
it's,
card? I can remember my grandfather. What are them things? That those aren't worth the cardboard they're printed on. He'd say, he'd laugh.
yeah. Well, I've heard
Um,
Mantle's rookie card is worth some serious. Not like Wagner, but that's worth some serious bucks if you get a Mantle rookie card.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a big baseball card collector anymore, but it's fascinating when things like that you hear about these
it
things.
is. Hey, who was asking? Was it Big Clue that was infatuated with Wes Farrell? I mean, didn't even comment. Look at, I got Wes Farrell in here.
I know, right? What are you going to do with these
I
guys?
built him the other night, special, I thought, just for him.
See that?
Oh, Cleveland. I need to go to Cleveland. He had a year in Boston. Let's look at Wes Farrell. 126 ERA plus. Yeah, it's above
There he
average.
is.
He's all right. He gets you 22 wins. He can pitch a lot of innings. Bob Feller, 168 ERA plus.
Problem with Feller is he signed too many baseball. Like people
Oh
get a
yeah,
baseball. Oh, it's signed by Bob Feller. He signed every damn thing. So they're not really
Feller,
like
Robin
it's.
Roberts. There were some of those that,
Yeah,
like, even when I was younger, that you always could get those
yeah,
autographs pretty cheap.
yeah, yeah. So
Wes
people get excited
Farrell.
about a Bob Feller baseball. It's like, sorry, dude, it's not really worth
Yeah,
anything. Get a Babe Ruth baseball, however, and they wrote a damn movie around it, The Sandlot, right? So
here's a couple good pitchers. Christy Mathewson.
yeah, he's
And
decent.
but look at this. Here's where the ERA plus is good. So let's take a look at these lines here. So let's take a look at that. You would look at that and think, oh hell, I'm drafting Christy Mathewson, right?
Uh huh.
That's what I'd look at. I'm like, oh, Christy Mathewson. Oh heck yeah, a few more innings pitched, 31 wins, 138 done. Let's take a look at the ERA plus because he's got a much lower ERA than Hubble. But when you
Hmm.
look at it for the era he put the numbers up in,
Right.
his ERA plus is 182, which is outstanding, by the way. But let's look at Hubble.
Yeah.
186. Why? Because he's put those numbers at 2 point whatever up in this era that was a hitter's heyday.
Yep. You said it. You said it months ago. Hubble was a beast. Just
Same
beast.
thing with Grove. Let's look at. I've got Grove done too on the A's. Let's look at the A's. Yeah, these are kind
Oh,
of things
Lefty Grove.
that entertain me when I look at them. So I got Waddell and Grove, right? So you can see
Grove was
Waddell's got the
wicked.
lower numbers,
Oh yeah, the Grove was
but
wicked.
Waddell's a 139 Grove is 178 because
Jeez.
these numbers in 31 in that ballpark to
Hmm.
to have numbers that are even this good is amazing.
Hmm. Oh, absolutely.
So, but in a draft league, you're coming in here like, oh, Roop Waddell, I want that guy, 1.88, a little less whip, right? But hey, hold on.
Right.
He's coming from a different era, and it's relative to that. This guy's actually probably the one I would take.
Grove was wicked. Wicked, wicked, wicked.
Anyway, well, this has been fun. I'm gonna
Yeah, it
bail,
has
but
been.
I'm assuming that unless you're gonna go take a nap. Well, I like that.
I'm gonna
Yesterday, you
crash
go,
for a
you go.
little
I'm
bit.
not gonna go. I'm not doing any 7.5, but I'll do 5.5.
Yeah, I know. That's not happening tonight. We're gonna do something tonight, but yeah, I'm gonna go crash for a little bit, or there's no way I could do anything. So
Yeah,
I'm like so knackered, man. It's not even funny.
but I'm sure right before bed I'll tune in and I'll see some McGreevy action or something going on. But
Yeah, I guess that Aaron Reed wants to do kind of
oh, is
some
that tonight?
play-by-play. So yeah,
Oh,
hopefully
cool.
tonight.
I'll be.
Yeah.
I'll hopefully I can get to tune in for that. It's can I? Will my wife allow me to completely break away things like that? Let's see,
I
but
hear you.
definitely want to see
Been there,
that.
done that, and even now, I mean, got a girlfriend. Say, what are you doing tonight? I said, oh boy. So, you doing that baseball stuff again? Yeah.
Oh wow,
But see, I don't
fun
have to
stuff.
live with her yet. I'm not living with her yet, so it's
Mm,
so
yeah.
so I'm kind of still lucky.
Yes, because no matter how you think they're going to be accommodating, it's never as accommodating as you wanted it to be.
Eva, Eva, and Robbie Wartburg will learn that.
Yeah,
He's
Robbie.
gonna say I used to play
Robbie.
baseball all the time.
Yeah,
Anyhow, man, I don't want to hold you up. Thanks for
cool.
having me on.
You bet, man. This has been fun. Thanks. We've got still 10 people here hanging out. We're not even doing anything. We're just talking crap. But this has been fun. And this
Yep.
has helped me do some testing today. So I'm feeling really good about this. So now my thing is, uh, let's start building. I start getting the people, start building them in the games until I get more teams, assemble them, play them together, see if everything looks good. And I'll just start plugging away. But my
Sounds
goal is to,
great.
I don't think it's going to slow the Negro League project down, but I'll pick those up again too. But I kind of like the major leaguers go a little bit quicker, kind
Yeah,
of build
no,
them in
man, don't.
conjunction with each other because that way, as I build them, then we have, you know, options. Like right now, we've already got a couple all-star teams we could mix in and barnstorm and play, right? So
Hmm.
um, I'm gonna start cranking them out.
Oh yeah, man. There's no rush in the Negro Leagues. Oh my God, take your time and do the major leaguers, man. Just take your time. Like I said, as long as we can just have two teams for February for an All-Star game. Other than that, if we don't do the Negro Leagues till Christmas, whenever, that's cool. Take your time, brother. Take your time with everything.
Definitely won't take that long, but yeah, I'll
Because
be
this is like
plugging
a
away at them.
huge, yeah, nice. And remember to play some games every once in a while, Steve. I mean,
Yeah,
hell,
that's what
play
today
some
was. I'm like,
games,
hey,
dude.
let's fire it up and play it because I can just sit here and
Yeah.
run some auto sims and look at the numbers. But yeah, it is kind of fun to play. And what I'm liking is that outcome box is really it gives you the peek under the hood right at the game engine, and it's letting me know right away. Hey, like when we played that game, I'm like, man, 60% straight up is a high strikeout probability.
Hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
if
that
you're
was.
facing 1,200 batters in the season, what you're telling me you're going to strike out 600 of them? Or 700. So anyway, it just kind of gave me the insight. So it's a good way to kind of quality control the work and all that, and just make sure the errors are right because there is a lot of I don't know what would you call it when I call it number crunching, but there's not just kind of crunching them down into a single year from 3 years, but there's that weighting and the formulas used and all that. So
Oh, good
that
stuff.
was cool. All
All
right,
right.
well, I'm gonna call it a day here for now. While at least appreciate everybody being here, and guess I'll be back sometimes when I've got something interesting to share. So enjoy it, and I'll
Well,
probably see everybody on Beatles broadcast later.
yeah, that'll be later
Bye.
tonight. All right, man. Take care.
Bye.